What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Gung-Fu Super Bros podcast, the number one podcast for Kung Fu martial arts movies and pop culture. What episode is this, y'all?
I don't know. We've been doing this for a while.
Episode one?
We're episode 1, season 2.
Season 2?
Is that what we're doing?
No, it's going to be 53, goddammit. All right? Fuck with the thing.
Yeah, it actually does sound a lot better when it's 53.
Yeah.
It's like, how many episodes are 53, bro? Season 2.
I wasn't making a declaration. I was like,
This is fucking
He's
serious.
on. Today, he wants to do the Lou Gehrig speech on us or whatever. All right, y'all, look, this is going to probably bite us in the ass when Will Smith becomes president. He looks for everybody to talk shit about him. Or maybe, I don't know, I'm assuming that because I'm Team Rock here, but I'm not even Team anybody. I just feel bad.
it was just a really weird thing that happened, right? It's just,
Okay, so everybody knows he got slapped, blah, blah, blah. Joke, slap, sits back down. This is my question. Any other dude does that? Do they arrest him, take him out of there? Or did they only not take him out of there because they knew he was going to win Best Actor?
Sir, the Price Waterhouse does not open those ballots. What are you talking about? All right?
But no, seriously. I mean, what do you think? Because it's really strange to me that he got to just sit there and there was nobody to like, hey, bro, we need you to kind of go.
I've had a couple of days to go back and forth between things.
Mhm.
Look, it's an award at the end of a pandemic, in the midst of a skirmish between countries. So what sucks is that we watch movies as entertainment, right?
Yeah.
During the Great Depression, movies kept America running, both figuratively and literally. So it's a celebration of not the celebrities.
Celebration.
It's a celebration of the technical people that make this thing happen. So to be selfish and let your emotions get the best of you is messed up, I think. Having said that, you can think back to anything that happened with your friends, family, and you always hear someone say, man, well, if I was there, this is what I would have done. And Will Smith did it. Was it the best idea for him to do it? No, because again, this is a celebration for all of these people. And as an adult, you could have done that at a party. You could have done that behind the scenes. And they're like, oh, Chris Rock was hit behind the scenes and you're like, whoa, that's pretty messed up.
Well, I think it's similar. Like you said, we all say what would we have done in that situation? But I think there's a big difference between it being at the Oscar where we've seen Ricky Gervais just go hard on fools before, way worse than this. Chris Rock himself go hard on people, way worse than this. Right there while they're sitting down, to they're at the after party and he makes that joke. And you told me he made that joke at the after party and Will Smith smacked him up, I would have been like, hey, bro, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. Because that's a different time and place. Like, there's no need for it at that time, right? Now you're just at the after party, everybody's chilling. But when you bring Chris Rock, when you bring Ricky Gervais, Amy Schumer was doing it earlier, and Wanda Sykes, they were busting jokes too. That's what they're there to do.
Yeah.
And that's the part that kind of that makes me feel kind of crappy. But what do you think? What do you think of the whole situation?
It's hard for me to. I mean, I don't know this for a fact, but it's hard for me to believe that this is the first time that a joke has been said while they were in the room. Like what was it about that night that he just went? He actually went up and walked up to the stage, middle of the Oscars, and slapped the guy, and then just walked back and sat down. Like, why? What was that? Well, what is going on?
We all were younger, obviously, a long time ago.
What?
And especially when you're young, right? You wish, I want to be famous. I want to be this. I know right now, and just by seeing that, I truly don't want to switch places with that man. That fool has a lot going on.
But that's what I'm saying.
He did that.
That's what
and then he's quivering as he's like, keep your name, how am I working? Like, he's literally distraught. And then they have video of him crying. He's wiping tears away. That all did not happen because of, you even said, it was kind of a lame joke. It wasn't even like a joke that hit with the movie now. It was a movie from the early 90s.
What I told my staff today, because we had someone absent yesterday, so they came in today and I'm like, hey man, let's slap him. We're like, oh, okay, well let's do our bits again.
Everybody line it up.
But a day after, or 2 days now, removed, if I am and so her point was like, hey, like there's no security. Like why is anybody, whether they're famous or not, allowed to just jump on the stage? It doesn't matter who they are, right? Number two, I think that once they cut to commercial, the president of the Oscars, the president of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences comes up to stage.
He has a name tag. Is really big.
No, and he's like, "Hey, let's address the elephant in the room." That should not have been seen worldwide. As a leader, you need to address that. As the person that did it, you need to address that and not be like, "I'm sorry, the Academy," and not wait the next day and then cry and talk about how I personified the character.
A movie you did maybe 2-3 years ago. That's how movies work. You ain't what's homie from the oil guy, your milkshake.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
You ain't Daniel Day-Lewis, homie. And even if you were, that was years ago. I thought that was chicken shit, dude. Like, I'm acting
well, it
like
wasn't
crazy
a video,
King
right?
Richard.
It was a text.
No. But what the reason? The speech he had.
He wins.
Oh, his winning speech. He should have addressed it there.
But you're trying to
He kind of did, but he kind of went around it.
He
didn't say,
apologized.
"My bad, Chris Rock."
Yeah.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
And then he's all, "I'm trying to shine a light.
No.
I'm trying to protect the people that made this movie." Nah, dude, nobody's gonna remember who made this movie.
I know.
Nobody's gonna remember anything. I'm acting like Crazy Richard.
Yeah.
Bro, like that movie you made. When did you think that movie was actually made? Last year or 2 years ago, maybe?
Maybe 2 years ago.
You ain't in character no more, bro.
Yeah.
It diminishes people by saying I'm Crazy Richard. It diminishes people that have legit mental issues.
He does too.
Yes. But maybe he's more charismatic and able to hide it than our boy Kanye West.
Well, look, I wasn't going to say nothing, but y'all call my man crazy when he went up there and he spoke truth, because the truth is Beyonce's video was better than Taylor Swift's. You try to tell me single ladies didn't want the greatest videos of all time? You out your damn mind. They called ODB bastard when he went up there. I mean, crazy when he went up there. He's like, "I just spent $100 on his suit. Wu-Tang's for the children." They called him crazy. Why is this why is he getting a pass?
Yeah.
And I like Will Smith. Dude, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
No,
I'm watching the new one.
Well,
just because of the old one.
I mean, I think he was probably one of the most likable guys in Hollywood up until maybe now.
But dude, a lot of people seem to be giving him a pass.
But
if Kanye did that, bro, they would try to they would be over.
No, I know. Yeah, you're right. I don't disagree with that.
The reason why, and because they are perceived to be more street, more urban.
So just because ODB took a freaking limousine to go pick up his welfare check, you want to carry?
No, but let's be realistic. That's why. Right? Because their raps aren't.
I guess maybe because
now
I listened to it, I wouldn't consider him that. I would consider him more Fresh Prince than ODB.
Kanye more Fresh Prince.
Yeah, if we have Fresh Prince is your bubblegum rap, and I'm just saying it giving it a name, right? Yeah. And ODB, come on, super urban, right? Wu-Tang's for the children, motherfuckers. I would put Kanye closer to Will than I would to ODB.
Listen, I think there's only one person here that can actually speak to how they see these people.
Would you say Kanye is more urban or more bubblegum? Honestly.
Oh my God. No, he's not very he's not. He's
yeah, because his early stuff wasn't like
he produced for urban dudes.
Yeah,
right.
And maybe that's the connection, right? But would you consider him urban?
Listen,
I wouldn't. No.
I think if
but I get what you're saying.
I think if you have a loud voice and you are of color, you are threatening to people.
More urban?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's true.
So maybe let's phrase it under that. If you have a loud voice. And again, you are of color, you are going to be a threat to people, whether you are true or not. And that's not necessarily my perception, but that's what I feel as someone that is of color.
Now, so let me ask you this. If he slaps Jerry Seinfeld, is he able to stay there and get his award still?
See that there's so many.
I'm not trying to be like.
You bring up a good point. Like, what if that
maybe
was?
Not, because Jerry doesn't go there.
What if
maybe
it was
a Bill Burr?
What if any white guy? What if it was any white guy?
I think Bill. If he hits someone that
Joe Rogan would have choked him out, bro.
I was gonna say, if he hits someone who's gonna hit back.
Well, no, I'm not even saying that. I guess I'm trying to go because I don't see Jerry making that joke. Jerry's more like, whatever. But like a Bill Burr could go have a Bill. I don't know.
Don't worry about the jokes. The idea is if he goes up and hits somebody else.
What happened?
I don't know. I think some of the reaction was shock because people are like, "What the hell just happened?"
Well,
and
you
how
weren't sure. You're wondering at first if it's like a skit, like what's going on.
Yeah, I think there was some delay in reaction, and then like, what do you do after some time goes by?
But I guess, but the reaction or not, I guess, does the Academy allow him to stay there and get the award? Well, and I hope they would.
Do the producers of the show know that he is winning?
Yeah.
Again, Price Waterhouse
do they
does
or
not. Price Waterhouse
The
Cooper
story
does
is
not.
no. The story is no.
No, and I agree with you, but everybody knew who was going to win that night.
Well, yes.
Everybody knew. Denzel already said, bro, this is his night. Everybody knew because he had won all the other ones, right? He was wanting the track to win it. And we talked about this, and we'll yeah, man. If Will Smith becomes president, we gonna get shot up. But so anyways, I think they knew. And I'm
so
wondering,
they kept him for that.
I hope that if it was Chris Rock, Kevin Hart, whoever, any color, I don't care. I wish they still would have kept him. I don't necessarily know if I believe that because that's messed up for Chris Rock because I think he deserved better than that. Because I will tell you, Chris Rock is way more professional than I will ever be. He was able to bust a joke. He was able to bust a joke.
I had commented that he was just breathing. I said, look at him breathe. He's just trying to think, what the hell
He stumbled in the beginning when he recovered himself very quickly.
Yeah.
He didn't just stumble. He had that moment of I could. He even says I could, meaning in my brain, I'm this good, bro.
Yeah.
I could literally flame you. You were crying on a podcast, dog, about how your wife was with somebody else.
Yeah, no, of course.
I could go right now.
Yeah, the material's there.
But
yeah. But he was a professional.
I wasn't watching the show. My wife tells me, I go to see it, and then I see that Questlove from The Roots wins for Best Documentary, that he showed that. And I'm just like, dude, I'm so happy for Questlove because I saw that documentary and it was really cool about that concert in New York. And I'm like, nobody's going to remember that. You just took that away from Questlove. Even more than anybody else because it was the one that happened right after.
Yeah.
Although Questlove not getting the praise that he wants and someone from Philly going crazy at some sort of public event, that's pretty Philly. That's pretty on brand for Philadelphia. They threw batteries at Santa Claus.
They did throw batteries at Santa Claus.
They did do that, yeah.
We love you, Philly. It's all good. We don't want to lose you. But you did throw batteries at Santa Claus. Let's be real. But no, yeah, like I felt bad for Questlove, man. And I'm glad that Chris Rock was able to get there. Does he smack up Momoa? Let's be Chris Rock's skinny, bro. He's a little guy. Does he smack up Momoa?
He didn't go down either.
Dude, he's got a chin on him, bro. But Marcus saying that it wasn't a fool.
It wasn't. He kind of got like he got fingers on
that Batman, the Batman Robin flag.
Well, first off, we know Chris Rock has money because if he would have hit me, dude, I still would be down. I'd be like, you big old Smith. I wouldn't have got, and it would have hurt like hell too. I would have probably been on the ground because Will Smith's a big dude.
Yeah.
You know, like, so and I would have been like, oh, mama, no, court. Like I said on the way down, like I'm suing bitch. Like on the way down or whatever, right?
Don't touch me, I'm worth $1 million.
But like, but I don't know, man. This is what's sad to me is realistically, like, it was a crappy moment for everybody involved.
Yeah.
It was a crappy moment for everybody.
It was a weird moment. It was so weird.
It's weird, right? And I feel bad for Will Smith because obviously there's a lot going on. And I'm not trying to say that I know everything about what he's going through. I don't, but obviously this man has stuff going on because that joke wasn't that bad. It's not like he said like,
worse things have been said about him and his wife.
You know what I'm saying?
In a rap song?
In a rap song, bro. Like that's
listen, more than anything, you can't normalize that.
Oh, yeah.
Don't normalize it. And that's what it seems that
God forbid at a comedy show you hear D.L. Hughley was slapped because he was making fun. Because D.L. Hughley does good crowd work. Remember? He's all like, damn, you thick old glasses. Everybody told one guy, he goes, y'all, you better not have some kind of job where you have to see. It's like, because a guy had thick old glasses. He's like, even your bus driver. He goes, you're a bus driver? He goes, even your mirror's prescription, bro, like your glasses prescription. Like, what? He's going to get slapped? Because he does crowd work like crazy. Yeah. Does he have to worry about it?
No, but you have a bouncer at a club that's gonna swoop in real quick, and I think that now, just like no live rounds on a set, there is no way that
there's security standing
Yeah,
at the
security.
front of the Oscar stage.
Yeah, probably just to be safe. Maybe it's not so open, huh? I'm not so close to them or whatever.
But and so I didn't get a chance to read this. I think it might have been Hollywood Reporter Variety, but they were saying that they were going to now kind of investigate and see what we're going to do with this.
But is it like the thing like with Reggie Bush where they take away his Heisman, but you're like, bro, everybody knows he was the best college player that year. I don't know. Okay, well, okay. So,
But it would be unprecedented
yeah,
to do so. And and let's be real, would they do it to Jack Nicholson? No. They didn't take Roman Polanski's for all of his allegations or Woody Allen.
Weinstein, how much does Weinstein have? Does Weinstein have a bunch of them?
But would they take it from a minority? Maybe.
And that's effed up. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I mean. That's what I guess what I'm saying with it being Chris Rock. If it wasn't Chris Rock, it was somebody else. I hope they would have acted the same, but I don't know if they would have. And that's messed up.
I don't know. But so Chris Rock got an amazing pop to go with our wrestling term.
Oh, yeah, he did, man. His ticket sales went like crazy. And I
Is
looked
he
it
on
up.
tour
Like,
right now?
dude, he's going to go out with Kevin Hart. Hart to Rock, Rock.
That'd be funny, I bet.
Hart. And he's going to do some of his own. Like, he's going hard right now. It was literally going to be the beginning of him going back on tour. Maybe that's the whole reason why you said, well, he does Oscars anyways. But like, maybe that was part of the reason. Like, let me get out there, bust little jokes and talk about my, and so people can be like, oh, Chris Rock. Oh, wow, he's on tour. And I mean, I guess it worked, whatever.
Well, he's got a new story to tell.
I wonder. He's so good though, man. I really do like Chris Rock, man. I mean, since Cardi, even the last one, Tambourine, I really liked it when he was talking about breaking up and divorce and all that. It was really good.
So Will Smith apologized to him
written statement.
I mean, we don't know if he's done it personally. He might have also done it personally too, I guess.
I
Puff Daddy tried to tell me that he did. But
Until it's on Oprah, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
but he did do a written one, yeah.
On a very special Oprah.
Yeah, right. When they're sitting across from her on those chairs or whatever. Yeah. That's when it's real. We'll see though. But I mean, I don't know, man. It just sucks for everybody. I think, like, I'm like, what movie won? Which this was something cool though. Again, when I saw it after, a streaming service movie won Best Picture for the first time.
Yeah, Apple Plus.
Yes, but the Academy is making it more difficult for these
those
things.
Why?
So because of Steven Spielberg and all these older white people that are like, no, it's cinema. It's like I don't like comic book movies. Those are stupid. I'm like, hey, whoa, buddy. I love your movies too. Like, we can love both.
You can love all. There's enough room for everybody.
That was Scorsese.
Oh, Scorsese. Yeah,
Scorsese
he was hating on comic book movies.
I'm like, bro, you grew up with Westerns.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't. These are our Westerns now.
Oh, so I'm just glad because I think there's a lot of movies out there. I remember the one with Beast of a Nation.
Mm-hmm.
That, I don't know. I can't remember who they lost to. That movie was amazing. And that was like earlier when Netflix was kind of barely starting. That was with he was gonna be James Bond, but then no. Come on, the guy from the cowboy movie, the African American cowboy movie.
Idris Elba?
British Idris Elba, yeah. That movie was
Black Superman.
Black Superman. Yeah.
Black Superman.
That movie was such a hard watch, but it was so good. So good.
Shout out to our local comic book store, Earth 2. No, it's not Earth 2.
Mega City 2.
Mega City 2. I think it's owned by a British guy. And
I think he's Australian, maybe.
Is he?
Yeah.
Now I fucked up. Now we gotta edit this shit out.
So where's he from?
He's from. Enrique, I need you to put this in. Ready? He's from.
Anyway, so what's the shout out for?
No, it's not just he I love going to the store and because he's playing also music all the time. It's like my brain. It's like first we've got like Kraftwerk and just Bauhaus and then industrial music. And then
it was a good mix.
And then it's Jay-Z and Talib Kweli.
All
It's
right.
all comic books?
Yes. Well, they got stores, but it's mainly a comic book store.
Very, very cool.
And Pokemon?
So again, streaming service. This might become the new norm as much as they want to try to hold it down. I mean,
so what they
and
have,
that movie was actually really
so
good.
I remember my thought.
Yeah.
So like I believe Netflix bought The Egyptian or Amazon bought The Egyptian. Like one of those companies bought it so they can exclusively show their movies and then be eligible for the Oscars. Because that was the thing. It's like it's got to play this long in a theater.
It's a good movie. It's a fucking good movie, man. Who cares? But good for them for making it happen and whatever Apple had to do to make it happen. Because I think that'll just make it easier for us to consume stuff when you see it. And like that's a good example of a movie that like I didn't need to see that in the big screen. It was more
Right.
about that story of that girl growing up with deaf parents. Like, that's awesome.
So
you
get
know?
ready
Like,
for
that's
our
really
movie, Chicklets Boy.
cool. Oh.
I
That's
see.
what you're gonna say.
I'm trying to get your
I
heartstrings.
see what you did. I see what you did there.
El Chicklets.
All right, guys. So, like, I'm dying. I don't have the Rona. I promise. I've gotten like 55 tests or whatever, and I'm over here dying.
I will go get you a
Rona test right now. We'll do it on. We'll do it live. We'll do it like, oh shit, I got the Rona. No, I did mine yesterday, and it came back false. Which then I'm like, I don't know, bro. Do you think these are all come back false just so we'll get back to work? The government's like, get them back to work, man. Make sure that all these come back false. Because I'm just saying. But anyways, and then it got me thinking. What crazy madness did your family do when you got sick? Did you guys have any weird, like, like remedies or whatever, stuff like that? Because I will tell you, my grandma's a witch. Like, low key, she was like the local, like, herb / religious
Low key or high key?
Nah, kind of high key. / like witch. Like, she had all the freaking get outs. And one of the ones that I remember the most is I was visiting Mexico. And anybody, if you ever go to Mexico, your stomach goes through it. You're not used to it, and your stomach goes through it. It does for me. It does for me.
Listen, yo, I've only gotten sick once, and I will tell you why I got sick. And it wasn't because of street food.
Uh-huh.
It's because I wanted a donut, and they were just pulling them off out of the oil. So it was the hot.
Yeah, well, that's what it was for me.
But I would have done it here in the States.
Well, no, but for me, you're right. It wasn't even the fact that it was something. It was food that my aunt made, but I just don't think the meat was good anymore.
Well, that's
what I'm saying, right?
That's you going to a sus place.
Yeah, that's what it is. I think it's my aunt. She's kind of old. She was kind of old. You know what it is. So I'm freaking dying over here, stomach. I'm coming out of both ends or whatever. But there was a baile that night, and I was like, dude, I want to go hard at this dance. So my aunt freaking pours like a bunch of things into a cup. Picot, which is a Mexican Alka-Seltzer, Arm & Hammer, or Beta Car. What is that? Like, what's Arm & Hammer?
It's baking soda.
Baking soda. Lemon, penafiel, like all these different things into it. And she goes, when I hit it with the seltzer water, you're gonna have to drink it right away because it's gonna bubble up. And I'm like, wait, what? She goes, just do it. And I was like, all right. Hits it, boom. I take it back, bro. And I'm just, of course, my stomach feels like bro, by the end of the night, dog, I was quebrando girls. I was like fucking going for it, dude. I felt great. Like, I was so good. Yeah, and I like, nothing, bro. Yeah, like, that was good, dude. But like, and it's crazy because I never found out what she put in there so I could recreate that other times I've had stomach issues. So, like, did you ever have anything?
For your ice cream now? So you can eat ice cream?
Shit, it's not worth it, bro.
Man,
it's not worth it.
whoa.
Oh, I tried froyo. We'll talk about it. Go ahead.
No, besides like honey lemon, and then if you have a resfriado, you gotta you put you dunk your feet in hot water.
With what? Just hot water?
And sometimes like rubbing alcohol.
Oh, I never did that.
But
okay.
I was feeling horrible last month. And one of my aides says, hey, I have a remedy for you. And I was like, you know what?
Fuck it.
Do it. Because I had all this phlegm and I was trying to take the Mucinex and it's not. And so it was garlic.
Okay.
Like a red onion.
Uh-huh.
A lemon.
Okay.
Some aspirin in there.
Like
3 aspirins.
Smashed
in there.
up?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so then it was warm. And so she brought it in like a tumbler.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, go. And immediately goes, like phlegm just came out of my body.
Just coming out of area. Just coming out.
Yeah.
But it got it out there.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. The aspirin.
I get it's.
Huh.
Oh, and like ginger was in there. So it's. Yeah.
How did it taste?
It. I think if I could put it on a steak, it might be like a good brine.
okay. But but it worked.
It worked. It wasn't bad. Oh, because they also had a little bit of honey.
To cut the flavor a little bit. All right, Enrique, did you ever take anything growing up? Any weird concoctions?
No, nothing. I mean, maybe I just don't remember. I just
vapor rub on everything though, right?
Vapor rub and alcohol. Like straight up, yeah.
On what?
My whole body.
Wait,
rubbing
what?
alcohol?
Were they
your whole
bribing
body?
you? What the fuck were they doing for? Like,
So I remember this. I was in elementary. I don't know, probably third grade. And I had a high fever. I remember I felt like shit all day at school, but you're a Mexican kid. You don't fucking go home. You got nowhere to go. You just got to tough it out. So I had to walk home. I would walk home, walk to school and home. And it was a pretty long walk. And I remember my grandma lived with us growing up. and she picked me up and we walked all the way home. And it was a, LA hot day. And I just was burning up, but I walked all the way home. And then my grandma obviously she could tell I was feeling bad. And she's like, just lay down on the bed. I laid down. And she just alcohol, bro, just with her hands, just all over my. She fucking gave me a bath with alcohol.
But she drank some of that, spit it out too.
And then vapor rub underneath my feet, all that. And then she did the whole thing with the egg, where they
She te pasó un huevo?
yeah.
Oh, my grandma used to do that shit too.
And she walked out to the crosswalk and put it in the middle of the crosswalk.
Wait, what do they do with an egg? What do you do with the egg?
They
Te
do.
lo pasan. They
do like the
do
sign
over
of
your
the
body?
cross
Yeah.
and this, all this.
And then they take it out to the street, and then what happens?
They have to find a cross. So the street,
Oh, okay.
and they have to put it in the middle.
Oh.
And they just let it sit there.
My grandma used to do
So if
that
you ever
shit
see an
too,
egg just randomly in a cup,
All
Pick that-
right.
don't pick that shit
It's
up.
a remedy.
don't touch it.
I won't.
Just mind your business.
Okay. All right.
But that's like, but that, and yeah, now you think about it, you're like, what the hell was, but that's just what they know. Like, that's how they believe on all that shit.
Yeah, no, yeah.
My classroom neighbor today, I'm sitting with the kids, and all of a sudden we're like, oh, something's burning. And then like I look up, I'm like, is it the AC or is it something's going on? I walk outside, I'm like, I don't see smoke. And then I go back inside and I was like, yeah, I don't know where. And I go back outside or inside and then outside. And then my neighbor is like, hey man, you smelling that? Yeah. Just cleansing the classroom out, man. It's so we can have some energy. I'm like, and we're like all passing out in class. We're like, mister, my eyes hurt.
She was smoking some weed.
By the way, I felt fucking amazing the next day. Like, I don't even think I took medicine.
You were also a kid, bro. Let's be real. With the kids,
You recover fast.
but still, you felt good.
Yeah.
It was the alcohol. The alcohol.
She also
bath.
gave him some to drink.
How much alcohol is that? That's a lot of alcohol.
Dude, like all over my body, I remember. Because she was like,
She also made him dance and she threw money at him.
But no, I felt like shit.
I love my body.
I remember I felt like shit because I felt bad already. And then I had to walk all the way home.
Ugh.
So I was just like, but anyways, that was, I
my-
remember that. I'll never forget
My
that.
underoos were covered in alcohol.
What about you, Stevens? Any crazy?
Rest, saltines, and room temperature 7-Up.
What the fuck, man? Damn, I will tell you though, Dr. Lee believed in his 7-Up, dude. He was always with that 7-Up. He did, but he was believing in
room
that.
temperature for whatever reason. I'm not quite sure why it had to be room temperature, but room temperature 7-Up because of the carbonation.
You want the cold hidden, yeah?
That's probably what it was.
So it was carbonation, and then chicken noodle soup.
Yeah,
With the soda.
And
With the
vapor,
soda on the
vapor
side.
rub right here though, never on the feet. Like I want to try the feet thing, but always.
Oh
right
no,
here.
dude, we still do. We go chest, we go back, we go feet, we go coyunturas, which is like your elbow folds and your knee folds.
I do the like the
Oh
Yeah.
the little Hitler one.
Hey, bro, that's why I got this little bad
Like
boy.
literally, I take it away to bloop.
It does clear you up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it does. It really does. So again, my grandma being the crazy lady that she was, she showed me how to cup. So I know how to do ventosas. Me and my brother both know how to do that. So we know cupping.
So Stevens,
Yeah.
get ready.
We're gonna do this on
That's our next
podcast.
reel.
Next podcast, we're gonna cup
Yeah.
you. And I can do the regular ones and I can do the ones with alcohol, which those things leave you like the big, like when you
Yeah.
see the Olympians, that's
Yeah.
what leaves you those marks.
But what is that supposed to do?
Te saca el aire. It takes the air out of
Okay.
you. I don't know, dude. All I know is my grandma used to do it to me and I would feel better. Sometimes I think it's just a mental thing, right? It's one of those things. One thing that, and this is again,
Mijo, it's called a placebo.
right, exactly. Exactly. It just meant that my grandma spent time with me. That's what it was. That's what
They
we
taught
did.
me that when I was in the hospital. Placebo. Best medicine ever, cured everything.
So I used to get crazy headaches when I was young, dude. Like
Migraines.
bad, like migraines, right?
Yeah.
And they legit, when it got my grandma, they made it a trip to go get her. They brought her. She fucking had she asked for like 35 different things. I thought she was making ponche in the Christmas. She shows up.
So they went to Mexico to go get
Together.
it?
Because she would come every once in a while.
Yeah.
But this wasn't a planned trip. But they're like, nah, he's got the migraines. Go get grandma. So they
And
fucking
she would
go get
walk
her.
and you just hear the sound.
I don't know.
She has one of those. She has one of those Aztec death whistles.
The movie?
I heard on the video.
It's fucking scary. It's scary. Yeah. So she shows up. She asks for like 35 fucking ingredients. She cooks some shit in a pot. She tells me, she legit says, get him a shirt. She's like, bite this shirt. And I'm like, fucking, like, I'm like in room with lights off. She's like, bite this shirt. And I'm like, okay. And she starts to fucking give me like noogies. Like give me a headlock and start rubbing the shit out of my head, dude. I'm like, ah! Like yelling in pain. She fucking wraps up my head. I have to wear that shit for like, I don't know how many days or whatever. Thank God this was the summer because my parents wouldn't have gave two fucks. And
she like wrapped something soaked in the
yes,
stuff?
well, after she rubbed it all in there, she put the liquids. They shaved me. She puts liquids. That's probably why I have hair anymore. And she fucking wrapped that shit over and then like was like, you have to keep it on for days. And then like they put her back on the plane. She fucking take like, wait, what do we hear?
What is that? What is that, by the way?
Like those little Aztec, like when the guys come out dancing, bro. Come on, man. Damn. God, you uncultured swine. So then they wrap me up. She takes off. Never fucking have. I don't even get headaches, bro. Like ever.
So now I can't have ice cream.
I can't ice cream.
You just lost your hair.
No, lost my. I'll take it, bro. I'll take that all day long.
To never have a headache.
You never had a headache,
bro. I can't remember the last time I've had a headache. Like legit. I'll get drunk as fuck. Wake up next morning.
I know. Is your grandma around?
Yeah, dude. No, she's not, man. No, she's not.
Or I've got this Ouija board, guys. We can talk to her right now.
That's ancient medicine. But yeah, dude, my grandma, there was tons of those things. My great grandma lived to be 103.
Oh, wow.
She would drink a weed tea every day. So it was just like they would ferment it.
And haunts the house that she was born in.
No, that's my Tío Goyo. That motherfucker's out there in the house, dude. Some bitches like breakdancing out in the corner and shit where he used to live. But yeah, dude, a lot of those weird. We used like, do you guys use
That's a fucked up ghost.
Arnica. Do you guys use Arnica at all?
I got arthritis, man, because
that shit helps though, dude.
Yeah. So I have like it's like a thing from it's like CBD with Arnica.
Yeah, dude, Arnica's a shit, bro. If you guys don't have that, use that. Like kids hit something, just slap Arnica on that bitch. Bah! You don't they won't get bruises, bro. Just slap them with that shit, bro. So my grandma, other than being a witch, she was mega religious. Like she had a huge picture of the Pope on the side of her bed.
We're gonna talk religion.
That I used to think she used to flick a bean at, bro. Like I used to think that's how much she was into religion, bro.
Wow.
And then she had a room of like saints and like baby Jesuses, and that's
is it like the guy that was at the corner this last week that had all these statues of Jesus?
Oh, dude. Oh, that was selling them?
They were selling them, yeah, over by work.
So there's like the baby Jesus like this, like he looks like he's gonna catch a football, and like, dude, I used to hate it because that's the room I had to sleep in every time I was there, and that's not really my thing.
This
like,
is a lovely room of death, Grandma.
Yeah, exactly. My mom's uber religious, but she's Christian. And they don't really have like, it's not
they don't pray to statues.
No, not at all. So then, but my grandma was uber religious, but Catholic. And like, dude, that shit was kind of scary. And the scariest thing I remember, we go to the Basilica in Mexico City, the gold one. What is that called?
It's Our Lady of Guadalupe.
Where they allegedly have the Shah. Juan Diego, the Shah, where he opens it and sees the Virgin Mary. And we're going to visit. This church is beautiful. It's like gold colored, right?
Yes. So there was a small little cathedral, and that was the original church. And then they built this mega structure.
It's fucking beautiful. Like it really is. But like again, I never really like
with a speed ramp. If you want to see the Virgin Mary,
speed ramp. They put you on it, so it's like
do it again.
You have to wait another 3 hours to get back on it. But you're like, oh shit, I missed that bitch.
Fun fact, creepy fact, underneath there are tombs. And I know this because some of my family is interred underneath the Basilica.
Why? Like, what did you have to do to get down there? Not in a bad way. I mean, like, was that big time or was just where it started?
Do you like, somebody, and then you just pay the money. Mm-hmm. But like, they're not taking everybody. Mm-hmm. And then they've got the weird thing where like, some are open, like you can see stuff.
Yeah. I've been at churches in Mexico, dude, where they have like the it's like a side panel.
Yes, the saints in there.
Yeah, dude, that's so creepy.
So you can see
the finger of Saint Sebastian is here.
But it's this like it looks like the little puppets or monos in the Kanye West video. They look that creepy and like weird, and you're just like, So the speed ramp. But I'm outside. I'm just like, oh, this is really, really cool. And like, oh, and the art and everything's cool that you're seeing around there. And then I'm seeing a dude just crawl to this thing on all fours, and he's doing a manda. And I'm just like, yo, what is happening? And just blood. But similar to the movie we're going to talk about today, just blood coming out of this dude's knees. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And as a kid, that scares the shit out of you, bro. You're like, I'm supposed to want to go to this place? Like, what the hell's going on? So, grandma was hardcore when it came with that crap. Did you, Barker, did you have any family members that were deep into the, whatever, would be a Catholic or any religion?
More evangelicals.
Which one's, is just that, which was that one?
That's like, well, it's like any
Christian.
Okay. To the point where you speak in tongues. I was like, oh man.
Have you been around for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Because it sounds like when I'm making fun of people and I'm like,
me too, bro. And I'm like, I'm supposed to want to go to this fucking place. Every time I've been to a church, I've been scared out of my ass, bro. I'm sitting in the back and I'm kind of like, oh, this one you can sing to? All right, I'm cool, I'm clapping. And then fool starts hitting fools with jackets like Benny Hill. And then he start hitting the floor. Or him? Oh no, Benny Hill was. But he's like,
I was like,
that's a British guy. My bad. Benny Hinn just hitting them with the jackets, and like ladies are hitting the ground and doing the worm and talking in tongues. I'm like, why the fuck every time I come to this fucking place I get scared out of my ass? Like, what's going on? So they go hard with the speaking in tongues.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah,
that's just scary. It's scary, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I would have fun with my grandpa because I would spend time with him at the end of his life, and I would find Bible quotes that would contradict other Bible quotes. And so like we'd go, hey grandpa, it's Friday. You know what? Let's go have some shrimp. And you're like, cool. You're like, grandpa, I don't know if I want to tell you this, but the Bible says we can't have shrimp.
You can't have shellfish. You can't have shellfish. That's what the Bible says. Yeah.
And it was like, hey grandpa, the Bible says I can beat ladies. What? And then it'd be like, well, it says, and then in chapter this, verse that. And you're like, no, it doesn't. And then he goes to the Bible. I'm like, and then his answer would be like, that was the Hebrew Bible. That's the old Bible. We got the new Bible.
That's the old DB. Yes. We got the new DB. What about you, Enrique? Did you ever get wrapped up? Well, you told a story the other day about something, but was your family uber religious?
Yeah, they still are, most of them.
Ah, okay.
Catholic. Yeah, Catholic.
Oh, Catholic. So they go hard.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm supposed to be very hairy-handed by now if I was believing what they talk.
Yeah. So
shit, I am blind though. Son of a bitch.
I've kind of, I don't see things the way they do anymore. Like the older I've gotten, I'm like the black sheep of the family probably now, but I'm good with it.
Did you ever have to do anything kind of semi-weird or strange because of the whole religious thing that they were doing?
I mean, the whole thing is weird to me.
Damn!
The whole thing is weird to me. Me. I mean, look, whatever makes people happy, but
we did 53 of them, guys.
I know.
Whatever. I love my grandma. I love my mom. My mom's at the point where she's like, I'm not even trying with this fool anymore. Like, I pray for him, but I'm not even trying anymore.
It's just tough, right? Because like I know it breaks my mom's heart, like when I say stuff, but I'm like, because she, this is what they believe, right? They've been convinced their whole life that this is what you have to believe in, and this and everything happens because of God and this and that. And then the one when I've kind of like eased into like to kind of give her an idea of how I feel about things now, she was telling me that, gracias a Dios and this and that. I'm like, well, I'm the one that got up like that morning to go to that job interview. Like, if I hadn't got up, I mean, it would have,
Yeah, he's in here for the credit. Like, I did it.
I did
King
it.
Kong ain't got nothing on me. Like, he's just like feeling it. I get it.
But it's just little stuff like that, So,
y'all heathens can believe what you want to believe.
So, but it's just, but I can have conversations with them now, and they're cool about it. They're like, hey, well, that's how you feel and whatever, and and I don't try to tell people how to live. So
that's it, brother. What about you, Stevens? Any?
Nothing crazy.
She was born a snake handler. She'll die a snake handler.
Maybe. Yeah, nothing crazy. Just be kind to people, right? Like it's more just that.
Well, that's always been, not to interrupt you, but that's been my whole thing throughout the years that I've gotten to the point where I can be a good person without having to feel guilty that I didn't go to church on Sunday.
Not without accepting
Wednesdays.
the Lord and Savior.
But you know
Jesus
what I
Christ.
mean? Like, but you know what I mean? Like,
I don't.
I got tired of like that guilt. That guilt that you
been to church is chicken before you been to church.
that guilt that make you feel
Talking about
because
like,
you don't
baptize
go
your
to church.
kids.
Last time I went
And
to.
I was like, I got to the point. I was like, that's not cool, man. Like, I'm not
Do it
good
because
with
you
that.
want to do it, not do it because you
Right.
feel like you have
Yeah.
to do it.
And if I can do everything right and not go to church, then that means I'm still going to hell. Like, I'm still a bad person.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
If we're to believe what they say,
got,
yes.
but then you got all these fucking people doing stupid shit all week, but then they go to church on Sunday, and that's the fucking good
Hey,
person
whatever,
right
bro.
there.
When I die for, I'm bringing a priest, a rabbi, a monk.
All the
everybody.
religions.
I'm bringing a voodoo. I'm bringing everybody.
You're the guy from you're Benny from the Mummy.
Hell yeah,
He's
I'm trying to
Yeah.
I'm trying to get them all.
He's
bro.
all the Hebrew.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
trying to get them
Yeah.
all just to be safe.
So
I'm
I
covering all my bases.
just want to be a good person. I want to treat everybody
you.
good, like
Yeah.
you know, and take care of my wife and kids and my family, and can I just be a good person? Just be a good guy.
Yes,
Hey
you
And-
can.
Hey, yeah,
You know,
Yes, you
and-
can.
yeah, you can.
Not without the
But
power of Lord
you,
Jesus.
but you didn't go to mega church like I got taken to
Yeah.
by my brother. My brother took me to goddamn mega church when I was younger,
The rock and roll churches.
and I don't know. I don't know.
Here in
I-
Bakersfield?
No, in LA, it was like a mega
like-
church.
Oh,
Like,
You went to, like, Joel Austin?
did you?
Yeah,
you went to the
yeah.
Crystal
Hey.
Cathedral?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, where's that in Irvine? Is there one
No,
in
Joel
Irvine?
Austin's
No,
Texas. No,
Joel Austin's in Texas,
No,
but
but
it's like
there-
that big.
Isn't there one in Irvine?
The one on TV.
I
Yeah.
was too
The
young
TBS or
to
whatever,
know
TBS.
where. I was too
Oh,
young to
yeah.
know where we were at. But again, my brother's been through some bullshit. He's 8 years older than me, so of course I'm thinking like we're gonna go to the movies. We're gonna watch The Sandlot, and fucking next thing I know,
Fucking
I'm
awesome
like,
double feature today.
yeah,
I'm ready.
like, hell yeah, and then I'm like, what the flying fuck? And I'm sitting there and I'm like, why is there 1 million people in this bitch? Like, you know, when I go to church, 25 people, right? Like, you know, there was not a million, but it was a ton of people. I'm like, and of course, the guy like, and he's doing that shit. I'm like, hey, man, some bullshit. Like, I don't even go when my mom makes me go. You're gonna make me go to this bullshit? And then he started passing around juices, and I'm like,
Oh,
nah. I was like, hey. I toss it back when I try to drink that shit. I was like, hell no, bro. This is how they get you or whatever.
That's the story of Midnight Mass
Yeah, dude. Like
on
that crazy.
Netflix, right? That was
Yeah.
Netflix.
No, yeah, it was weird. It was
Yeah.
totally weird. He didn't last that long in that bullshit either. But I was just like, man, what the hell, bro? Like, what are you doing here? So yeah, I've had a lot of little like weird run-ins with like, dude, okay, so freaking the church I used to go to when I was young, that was a Christian church because it was English, was right down the block from me because when I lived, it was right down the block. Though, dude, we had an old priest. Guy was the nicest man you ever met. You know, I would help him cut his grass, everything cool. Nothing weird. It was cool. He was actually a nice guy. Then they move in this young couple to take over because he finally retires, right? And I think he passes away. And they got kids. Those kids were first off, I felt bad for them because they were like the whitest kids moving into Arvin, you know? And I'm talking about like Village of the Damned, like blue eyes, like they would cut through ice. Like they were just blue as heck. And they were like moving in. They were the worst kids I ever met in my life.
Dare you?
Like
Preachers' daughters are awesome.
No, that's the worst part. The daughter was way older than me, bro. It was a son. I was like, hey, bro, we're not even playing sports. Stop touching my ass. Like, it was like, that fool was, dude, I'll fuck him up. I'll slap his
So
ass.
he
Like,
was bad like that.
Dude, it was weird. No, that's not the bad part. I'm saying he was just a
That's not
fucking
the bad part.
dude.
I kind of like that.
No, you know what it was? He was like the guy that Anthony was talking about from Michigan.
yeah.
You know, do you ever just fucking get drunk and do weird stuff? Nah. Like, what the fuck, bro? I want to go home. Nah, like,
It's
some
okay, bro.
bullshit.
We're going to church on Sunday. So it'll be fine.
Exactly. We got 2 days from now, bro. We'll be fine, bro.
Start
Don't worry
all
about it.
over, bro. It's all good.
Anyways, fuck his ass. I know, yeah. But good times, guys. And we got a lot to talk about when it comes to this movie. Ooh, I'm thinking already it's gonna be a Barker's favorite because of the amount of 70s blood in this shit. But we'll talk about it after this break. Yo, Barker. That was a trailer for. Is it the Street Fighter or just Street Fighter?
The Street Fighter.
The Street Fighter, not that Jean-Claude Van Damme bullshit.
How
but
dare
the-
you? I am the most from Brussels. I am Colonel Gal.
Give me your best Gal impersonation. Go for it.
Hey, you bison. I'm here from America. Colonel. God.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, folks, because that movie never got made. All right? That movie never got made. God damn it. Yo, Barker, hit him with the back of the box.
Hey, Terry Tsurugi, the toughest nails, bad. Well, first of all, his name is Takuma. Takuma Tsurugi.
But it's Terry for the English.
It's Terry, yeah.
Gotcha.
The toughest nails, badass mercenary, refuses to kidnap a beautiful heiress, but instead goes to war with the mobsters who are after her.
He only refuses because they didn't pay him 60 million yen, dog. It's not like he did it for good reasons. Sorry.
Hey. This movie's directed by Shigehiro Ozawa. It stars Sonny Chiba as Terry Tsurugi, Joki Yamada, Yutaka Nakajima, and I forgot to list a whole bunch of other people because we were talking about other stuff. But Enrique, what'd you think about the Street Fighter?
Oh man, I didn't like this movie.
Damn it! Really?
You thought I was gonna like it?
Okay. No,
No.
Wait. Hold on.
He's going to tell us why I'm saying it's because of aesthetic reasons.
No.
You're saying it's because of story. All right, sir.
So
I didn't like this movie.
I want to hear. No, I'll talk about it, but I want to hear what this is. What's going on here? What's this all about?
Oh no, we thought you would hate
earlier.
We thought you would hate it, and I thought you would hate it because the story is fucking crazy.
And I thought you were going to hate it because the only copy you could see is an SD copy.
But I think you've learned that these movies are going to look like
that's fine.
The story's fucking
that.
nuts in this movie.
Plus, I had to watch. Where did you watch this?
I rented it.
I watched it on Tubi.
I watched it on Tubi, and it's fucking
Tubi.
a little box in the So whatever.
In a little box. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's not even the full
It's
screen.
not anamorphic.
Oh,
You see it. It's standard definition.
God, we're such bitches. Remember when we were young, we had to go up and fucking get those pliers to turn the channel, and this black and white fucking, the goddamn box was this big, but the screen was this big. But now we're like, oh my God.
The dad got ESPN for the first time? Wow.
When did you get ESPN, bitch? I didn't get that shit till like when I graduated from college. I was like, what's ESP?
The worst, the thing the quality, that's fine. The story, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Growth.
Yeah. Hey, where you're in, you know.
I'm basically a fucking expert.
So I've watched all the movies.
Yeah,
you know what I disliked the most about this movie?
How
for
he kissed
me?
girls.
No, was the people in
yeah.
there? The fighting.
Yeah.
I hated the fighting in this. Dude.
If you're not watching on YouTube, bitch. If you're not watching on YouTube, you're missing a lot.
Y'all ain't missing nothing.
Hold on, I'm still breathe fighting.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, he was trying to be Bruce Lee, right? I know.
No, like, goddamn. I think I
Was
dropped
he
the
trying
third
to be?
ball.
Was he trying to be like?
But Bruce Lee never held it that long.
But he did. That was kind of. He did that like.
I didn't take that.
No,
at all.
I think that this is the Japanese saying, hey, the Chinese movies right now are hot in America. We got to make our own exploitation movie. What do we do? And you're like, well, okay, well, they have, it's always the mafia. Okay, mafia. And then what else can we put in there?
It does feel kind of thrown together that way.
The one fight scene that just stuck in my head that after, and it happened kind of early in the movie, and I was kind of out at that point. I was like,
It was hard to watch for me too. He
was fighting three guys. He kicked one guy in the stomach and he held it.
Oh, it was when the brother and sister come to visit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't know if it was that one, but it was shortly after that. And he would hold it, and then the other two guys that he's fighting against were just looking at him like, and he's just like, and then let go, and the guy like falls, and then the other guy's like, okay, now my turn. Like,
yeah,
it wasn't Bruce Lee. It wasn't BruceLee.
No, I'm saying like the holding.
I understand what you're saying. I'm trying to think about that.
Like, because you know how Bruce Lee would like flex, and he was like,
but he would jump on somebody, crack their chest,
and he would like hold it. That's what I'm saying.
But this dude held everything. Well, it's like he had a fart throughout the whole fight scene, and he didn't want to let it out. So he's like, argh!
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like he was trying to be.
Everything was that.
So I wondered that because I got those vibes. Like, this was trying to be Bruce Lee.
But did this movie not?
It came out in 74, and he died in 73. So this must have been filmed before Bruce Lee died, I would think. Or I don't know, maybe not.
Or he dies, and they're like, get on this bullshit.
Maybe. Because he died in 73, right? And this movie,
interesting.
This movie's 74.
This movie took 2 days to be.
Yeah.
It probably didn't take too long.
What do you got?
Let me see.
I got a.
How long it took?
I got a crane What else can you do? I have a car.
They pieced like 17 movies together and made this fucking movie. So anything, and I think how they separated themselves from most martial arts movies is by the amount of fucking blood.
Yeah.
God damn.
They went for it.
Badass mercenary.
So 74. Are blaxploitation movies out, Marca? Are they happening?
Yes.
The Mac, the Superfly, all this is happening.
The Shaft.
I feel this movie is more ripping that off than even Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
That's what I honestly felt like.
It's like, hey, we put a little martial arts in it, but mainly it's a mafia movie.
But I guess where Dolomite shows you really bad martial arts and parts, and it shows you more of him pimping and doing his thing.
Pimpin'.
This one really focused on its martial arts, but they were shit.
How dare you? Sonny Chiba is a 4th degree black belt.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you let us know? I had the question.
Well, that is what I learned because I knew that would come up. So, he went to school and all that, and then
goddamn gymnast.
He did study gymnastics, got his black belt, and then shortly after that got his 4th degree black belt.
I didn't see that at all.
I kind of did. I mean, I just felt like it was just done. It was just not done well. But I could see that he was.
Here's the thing. Chinese movies have an action director.
Yes.
The fight choreographer that is just dealing with this, right? This movie seemed to be kind of an international movie because there's a lot of Western names in the credits.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's not necessarily just the dubbing because it seems like everybody came in one day to dub the same guy character.
Dude, the dubbing changed in the middle of a sentence.
I wasn't paying attention at that point, so I missed that. But
continue talking. Just say a sentence real quick.
I wasn't listening.
Paying attention, and that's why I didn't get. That's literally how the dub was, bro.
How dare you? Hola.
it was like the very first scene. Oh fuck. Okay.
So what was this movie? So what was the movie? What was it about? What was the plot?
Because he's a goddamn street fighter and he wants money and he doesn't. So he's like, screw ass. I'm gonna go kick butt with these guys.
I know he got visited by. There was a guy that got out of jail and he got visited by the guy's brother and sister.
Dude, you're better than me. I know who the fuck those two people were.
After that, I'm like. I don't care.
I got this, guys.
All right, go for it.
We started on a Toho logo, right? And then you see the newspaper, and you think most movies will tell you what it is, but not in the dub we had. You don't.
You don't know what it is.
No.
Oh, it does tell you that he's being executed. It didn't tell you that you're.
No, we had to get that from context.
Oh wow.
But that's so it's like newspaper, and it's like, and then the cops are talking. So a man is going to be executed. The prison guards are talking. He's like, he's a mean bastard from Okinawa. And then you just see the guy training in a cell. And then all of a sudden he's like, this guy must think he's Bruce Lee.
Already looking crazy with the facials. There's a lot of like, and like face stuff in this movie. I don't understand why there's so much of it.
I was so focused at him eating that apple too. Were you not?
I did because I was like,
so you know he's an
apple in every movie?
apple.
Like, yeah, I think I was like, is every bad guy shown to eating apples? Is that a thing? That must be a trope.
So then they bring in our man Terry as a
Buddhist priest
who works for the cops.
Yeah, it's like he's the last rights.
Okay,
they're giving him his last rights.
Mm-hmm.
They all leave.
Yeah, he's like, I will talk to him.
So the dubbing was fucking bonkers.
I will talk to him, and then he's like, oh, I know you. You know karate. And he's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, well, back when I used to fight, it was to the death. And then he was like, all right, let's fucking go, dog. And the fight scene in the jail cell?
Goddamn ass kickery is what I wrote. Ass kickery. And then he's like,
at one point he made a miss and he put his finger up his ass, right?
And then
because he's just like, he can't move. And I'm like, whoa, what's happening?
He's all oxygen, coma.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oxygen coma.
And he poked him.
Yes.
I thought it became an episode of Oz. I was like, oh, man.
You're going to pass out and be unconscious in about 10 minutes or whatever.
So you need to make it. Make it happen, Kevin.
So you got to get up there.
Okay. So then we find out he's actually breaking him out of jail. He was hired.
Well, we don't even find that out.
I know.
Because the police return.
We're doing all this
So the
conference.
opening scene, the prisoner's going. He's walking up the gallows. It's like he's walking upstairs, and then he has a heart attack. He's like, "Aye!" Falls down, and then they're like, "Do we?"
Oh, he falls down the fucking stairs.
The whole stairs. And they're like, "Do we take him to the hospital? I mean, we're gonna kill him."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Nah, it's in the rules. Like, we got to make sure that he's okay.
He's
so
got
that
to
we
be
can kill him."
alive so we can kill him.
It's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking
We
heard.
can't kill a dead guy.
Oh my God, so dumb.
Yeah. So then we see the priest, and he's having a snack.
Just eating that apple.
Wait,
Junk.
how the fuck is this rated 7 out of 10 in IMDb? I just saw. Are you seeing this?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, we're going through the whole fucking. We're seeing Sister Street Fighter. At one point in time, we're going through all of these, bro. Because if this shit was bad, imagine the other ones. Holy fuck, dog. Like, you're right. I was also. I would admit with you, I was very surprised it was labeled 7 out of 10. And
I just saw this.
I
right
like
now.
these
I was
old
like,
school.
what the fuck?
This reminded me of the flow of the Invincible Dragon, where it just made these jumps where you're like, what the fuck just happened?
Mhm.
I don't understand what's going on. So then they're taking them out. They basically break them out, right?
Yeah. So an ambulance drives by, and then there's a weirdo in the middle of the road.
Yeah,
Because there's always that weirdo.
Yeah.
He's like,
he's
yeah.
probably putting an egg down to make sure. Whatever.
So then they're like, the drivers get out and they're like, "Hey, man, I need you to not be weird in the middle of the road." And he's like, "What?" And he starts attacking them.
Yes.
And then guess what? Goddamn, Sonny Chiba shows up. And then he attacks the driver. He attacks the staff. The priest arrives, and then they drive away.
But he throws a guy off of a little ledge that honestly maybe a 3-foot ledge. Doesn't even look like they fall that. But when they hit the ground, bro,
Splap.
it's like they exploded internally. Like he did something to her, like, and they're just like the dying in this movie is fucking. I laughed a lot though. I will tell you guys out loud. I did, bro. I will get to them. There's some fucking scenes that made me laugh. I was like, I can't fucking believe I'm watching. This is X-rated action. It's like, yes. All right, so they drive away.
They drive away, and then cut to them watching the news, and they're like, "No one knows how the ambulance has disappeared, and we don't know what's going on." And then we find out Rat Nose is the weirdo, and he's cooking chicken American style.
Oh, that's why he says that later. I missed that shit. Now that comment makes sense later. Okay,
And so then it's like, bing, bing, and you're like, "Oh, it's a guy and a girl." And so they want to know where their brother is. He's like, "Hey, he took off to Hong Kong." You're like, "Well, how do we know he took off to Hong Kong?" He's like, "Trust me." And
he has a kick-ass gym set up. I just might tell you.
In the middle of the fucking room.
fucking living room, huh? Just wanted to add that.
It's just gym.
He
lives in a gym.
It's all gym, bro.
Gym and
it's like,
TV and an oven.
And it's a lot of the pulley shit. Like that. Like, it's not really free weights. It's all pulley shit. He's got a total gym in that.
It's
bitch.
resistance.
Yeah, a lot of it. Okay.
Eating an apple like a motherfucker.
Again, that's how you know he's an asshole.
Yeah. All right. So then.
So the sister's like, "Hey," he's like, "Pay me my money." And he's like, "Well, the $6 million that we gave you was all that we had." And he's like, "Oh yeah." So then he goes up to the girl, and Richard Dawson style just starts making out with her.
He fucking eats her face. What the fuck was that all about?
That's how you know he's goddamn manly.
But no, really though.
Gross and rude.
He's like, I did not appreciate that. Jack Reacher
But if
could
it was
like
Jack
that. I
Reacher?
bet you he would be
Oh, I
like,
would have been fine with it.
he's a biter. Because he literally pulls away and there's blood in his mouth.
Yeah. This movie is super rapey.
It is very rapey.
So of course the people so he's like, "Oh yeah, well then I'm gonna beat it out." No, he says that he's gonna put her on the streets to work.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he tells her that?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold you out. And the brother's like, "No, you're not." And that's when the fight starts.
Yeah.
I did not even know that. He's all bitch making snow when it's hot. And he's like, okay. Hey, American Pimp, y'all. That was fucking documentary. He's like, shit. I mean, it's going.
And then that's when he's like, "Chigoo, shaplow, just solar plexus hit."
Once again, if you're not seeing the YouTube video, you're missing out. Barca's karate is at the par, if not better, than fucking Sonny Chiba.
Well, because I know the three. I know the block.
But like again, he's a 4th-degree black belt, is what you're telling me.
He was a black belt, but then he kept working on it to become like a 4th degree, so 1984.
Cool,
Yeah.
bro. He's a 1-degree black
How
belt.
dare you?
The fighting.
Sonny
is
Chiba would
shit.
kick our asses right now.
I am right now. I don't know, bro. I was gonna tell
He'd be
you.
like, you go to church, shaboom. He would knock the hair back on your head.
I will tell you right now.
If you pray hard enough, you'll take them.
I think this might be my least favorite fucking fighter in all the movies we have watched.
I mean, American Ninja.
I that's the first person I thought of. I went to American Ninja and I was like, no,
because he had moves.
he was halfway decent.
Yeah. He was taught by the gardener. Come on.
This dude's, it's the constant,
Yeah.
it's the, Steven said it, like legit, he like goes back and does this and the dude like insides explode.
I think the novelty of this movie
What is it?
is the amount of violence. And as cartoony as it is to us,
Yeah.
in 1974, you have not seen this.
You
No,
certainly
I
have
bet
not seen some dude.
Yeah, we'll get to
So
it.
this scene that we're talking about right now, they're fighting. He beats up the girl. He beats up the guy. And then the guy does.
Hold on. What was the pantyhose situation in the 70s?
Oh, it's all pantyhose, it's all bush, bud. That's how you keep it in.
Hold on.
For
Write that
everybody.
down.
All
From
pantyhose.
All bush.
All
We just got the
bush.
name of this podcast, motherfuckers.
What's his time?
No. Yes. Like I remember 70s bush. I got that. But why does it look like she got underwear?
An hour and 3.
Then after the underwear, she got the pantyhose underwear.
Yeah, dude.
Then after the pantyhose underwear, we got the pantyhose going down the leg.
Yeah,
What the flying fuck is all that about,
Bro, hey, first of all, you see that you let your guard down and a whole bunch of dudes just try to rape you. New York is a goddamn cesspool.
So it was like protection?
Yeah. And so you got to have layers.
Good Lord.
Are they in New York?
No, but I'm just saying, it's the 70s. Crime is everywhere.
Yeah.
And basically, it's New York City and Ninja Turtles. That's what this world is. That's what the 70s were. And no gasoline.
Oh my God. We're going back. People slapping people on TV and we got no gasoline. What the fuck? But no, because I'll be honest with you, man. I'm so glad I was born when I was born. And grew up in the 90s, man. Thank you, ladies, for getting rid of all those layers. What the flying fuck, bro? It looks uncomfortable as shit.
Hey, pantyhose are not cool.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Bro.
You're wearing them right now?
Right now, I'm feeling fine like cherry wine.
So he tells he's gonna pimp her out. He make it snow, whatever. And then he beats up the girl. He beats up the guy. He goes to his window. And what happens, Margaret?
Well, the guy then does a Liu Kang move out of the window.
The angles on cameras, the camera angles on some of these shots is fucking bonkers in this movie.
It's not good.
I'm gonna get underneath you for and jump over. Okay. And then I'm gonna oh my God. So he jumps. He does Liu Kang kick. What happens?
Yes. Breaks through the window. And then he falls all the way to the street and all the blood comes out. All the blood.
I don't even know if you heard a smack on the ground and then you just saw the scene.
Shit. Did we hear a smack on the ground?
You're too
I don't
high
remember.
up. You're too high up, man. There's a process.
Okay. All right.
There's a process shot and then it's like aftermath.
So much blood.
So much. And it's awesome. 70s.
It is.
Thick, painty blood. It's amazing. And so, again, the novelty of that is like, you're like, what just happened?
Yeah.
The Sonny Chiba and this kind of exploitation movie gives way to Charles Bronson coming in and he's like, I'm Death Wish now. Hey, you're not in my neighborhood. Shablam.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
It's a stepping stone to other stuff. And it's inherently bad, but there is some awesome cheese in this movie.
Oh my God. They're fucking, that is true. We haven't even got to some of this fucking shit. That's crazy. Then we cut to a karate school.
First of all, they're training at a dojo, bro.
Okay, well, call it what you want.
With all the pudgy dudes.
Yes!
Pudge.
I saw better karate at the David Head Center with Sensei Craig Garrett, R.I.P. Sensei Craig Garrett. This shit, there was nothing going on that you could say was like, yo, B, like, hell yeah. It was legit.
It's teaching you how to breathe.
That's all it was.
Yeah,
But we've seen this in a lot of the movies.
Nobody was in shape. But in other movies, the dudes got their shirt off. They show you the money.
No one wanted me to have the shirt off here.
Or they do like the 40 people doing it. They pan back real quick and we're where we need to be. This shit was like, no, we're going to give you a good 2 minutes of this bitch. You're going to see all the pudginess.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody looks like fucking Jack Reacher. that's going to be her fucking bird.
Nobody looks like Jack.
Like
they were in sync at least.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I mean, you want to look at one positive.
I think that's why the camera guy was like, let's keep going.
Koreans are best of the best.
I think that's why the director was like, keep going. They're in sync. They're nailing this.
This is what I'll tell you. Eric Roberts' stance is better than any of Sonny Chiba's fighting.
Man.
I'll say it again.
Man.
Time that bitch. What time did that happen? Eric Roberts' stance. Shout out, Manny. Eric Roberts' stance. Oh, saw the Snowfall episode? Hey, getting it. Eric Roberts' stance is better than any of Sonny Chiba's moves. That shit was more realistic to me. It was just the beginning of his fight. He just looked cool. I can do like, He's like,
I don't disagree that it was better than some, but I would still think there's some better moves in this movie.
You find me a goddamn better move right now, Stevens. Watch this goddamn movie. You don't get what we're talking about. All right, so we got the karate school.
The whole reason we cut there is because there's a girl named Sarai.
My most fucking beater ass name of all time. Sarai, yes, go ahead. Huh?
And she's told that her father's dead.
Yes.
And one guy's like, hey, a lot of vultures are going to come out. So be careful.
Whoa. Not just any guy, motherfucker. It's a sensei of the dojo. You get that right. But he looked like Super Porky. Super Porky, fucking fat ass motherfucker.
No, it's Chilo. It's
yeah. No, you know who that guy really looked like? Shout out to 90 Day Fiance. It's a fucker with no neck. What the hell's that? I forgot his name. Big Al. That's what that some bitch looked like. He's a round motherfucker. That's your number one fighter? That's your number one fighter.
Hey, man, I don't.
God damn it, Stevens. Eric Roberts would have kicked one of their asses right now and would have cried about it after. All right, so we got that. Yeah. And then we find out that Terry.
So yeah, cut to now Terry.
What's he selling?
He's given a check for 3 million yen. And then he's like, hey, you should come to dinner with me. And you're like, all right.
But before that, he sells a sister to the guy.
Oh, yeah.
And we get that crazy scene, which later bugs the shit out of me because I don't understand why that guy's not more mad about it. But they basically, spoiler alerts, please don't watch this part of the movie because it's fucking super rapey. They raped the girl, they drug her and rape her.
It's not cool.
You're saying the super rapey scene is super rapey?
Yeah, it was super rapey. And then we get a character that later gets his comeuppance, but like all that happens. Okay, now they go to dinner. Yes. This is where I get really confused about this movie. What happens at this dinner?
Well, it looks, so there is Yakuza in Hong Kong. Not the Chinese triads. Not, the Wing Chun.
Yeah. So they're basically saying that these people from Hong Kong that are coming over to have dinner are Yakuza.
Yes.
I grew up my whole life that the Yakuza were the Japanese. Mm-hmm. So I got really fucking confused.
So whoa, hey.
hey.
This movie was made by legitimate businessmen, okay?
So are the people from Hong Kong Yakuza?
For purposes of this and my pinkies, yes. Yes, they were from China.
Okay. And they offer him 6 million yen.
Yes.
And he says, nah, motherfuckers, you need to pay me 60 million.
Which is like, that's a big upsell.
Yeah. He has to like go 15, work down to 10 or some shit like that. Come on, I've seen enough Shark Tank. I know what the fuck goes on.
Exactly.
Bullshit, bro. Like,
and they're like,
we all know what number they're
60
going.
million, I'd never. And then the girl's like, I can give you 60 million.
So then he says,
and then he's like, it's too late.
But then he
I don't want your money now.
But then he Batmans the situation. He figures out how everybody's Yakuza and he figures it all out. And then he says, fuck y'all, I'm leaving.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Cut to him bench pressing on the total gym, right? He's like doing the chuck. Yeah. He's getting it. Rat Nose, literally, that's a fucking character's name. He's there and he's like, yeah. And they're fucking doing it. And they don't waste any time. These motherfuckers already hit him up. And they send all the bad guys.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And we get more shitty fighting.
No, this is the quick, action-packed brawl. I'm sorry, Cisco, you're full of crap. Oh my God, yeah. Fools are just getting left and right. There's a lot of eye poking in this movie.
Yes.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
He also finds out they're fire dragon. Who the fuck are the fire dragon?
I think that's
Triads?
or whatever. The Chinese gang is the fire gang, and they're the Yakuza. But the version I got was like, we don't need that important information.
Oh, we got it. I don't know. What did you see on two? Oh, you saw on two. On mine, they pull up that sleeve, and there you go. It's a fire dragon. But he never says like, hey, the fire dragon are again. Like, he's just like, it's a fire dragon.
No, we get that, but it's just not.
Oh, I get what you're saying. There was nothing else. It was just that same. Okay, so my version was the same thing. Enrique, what did you think of a man getting punched in the mouth so hard that all of his teeth fell out of his mouth?
That happened in this movie?
God damn!
Because I
You
don't
didn't catch
remember
that
it.
one?
Oh, that was one of the best.
I'll take it from here. That's sheer badassery of Sonny Chiba. All right, Hattori Hanzo himself punched this man so hard, his teeth all
his teeth.
This is like the Western stunt show at Universal Studios back in the day. All the teeth fall out.
What's awesome is that they made him like take chiclets or like their teeth, and he just was so stupid.
And then a whole bunch of blood follows.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot about all the blood.
Oh, I do remember that now.
Yeah.
Oh man. And then so my next note is the bitch is mad.
Oh,
that's what it says.
The
Yakuza girl is like, how dare you lose
Kill
all
all
your
my
teeth?
people.
You can't even kill one dude. I sent 60 million yen worth of people.
His
to
bruises
that
were
place.
crazy. His bruises were crazy, guys.
He had a bruise on his mouth.
on his lip.
Yeah.
His whole face right here was all black and blue.
Yes. Yeah.
It's all just
Yeah.
purple. And so he's like, I'm out of here. And she's like, oh yeah? Takes out her gun, shoots him in the back. That's how cold-hearted she is. She's like, oh yeah? Well, boom.
Shoots him. Yeah.
And she says it's either execution or it's either suicide or execution.
Uh-huh.
And he chose violence.
He did. So then he goes to the karate school.
Yes.
Sorry, the
First of all,
dojo.
Terry infiltrates the karate dojo.
By walking through the front door.
Oh, I'm sorry. We watched that movie 2 weeks ago, and he's like, "You know who I am?" And you're like, "It's Mamino. He's outside." And then he comes back as Bruce Wayne. Do you know who I am? He's like, I see Enrico. Rico Suarez, shout out.
You're right. They go through the front door. That's true. But it's funny because he was sneaking around. I'm like, you just walked in through the fucking front door,
Yes.
dog. Like,
So Terry makes his way upstairs, finds a girl, makes out with her.
oh my God, what is it with this guy force kissing
Richard
everything?
Dawson style. He's like, hey, where are you from? All right.
Why does he
It's a little
not?
bit more aggressive than Richard Dawson. Just-
Why does he not make this one bleed?
You know, because
it wasn't that aggressive. It was,
You know, because he.
Ew, Steven, goddamn. Steven's like,
I don't think that's what I did.
Like a mule in an apple.
So then he challenges the whole school.
Well, first of all, Rat-Nose gets captured, and he's being held by a
chubby karate guy.
a plethora of karate students in their gis.
That chubby one was supposed to be like the badass of that.
That's what I was telling you. The motherfucker looked like Pac-Man in a suit. Look at all round and shit.
Did he not kick Sonny Chiba's ass?
Bro, that fight scene sucked.
Yeah.
He
It
was
was-
bad ass.
My favorite is where he jumps in one direction, but then in the next shot, he's sliding in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck did he? That's like literally impossible.
He got thrown, bro. You missed it.
Okay.
I don't know what version you saw. But so Tsurugi challenges the sensei,
Uh-huh.
and he's you know what?
Who's a 75-year-old chubby dude.
First of all, one of our buddies who is, I don't know how many degrees black belt,
Uh-huh.
he went to Japan once, and he told us a story that there was like, hey, you want an exhibition? And there was like a little old man, like Master Splint in the corner. And he's like, I'll take him. And my buddy gets up and is like, yeah, hi, yeah. And that old man proceeded to kick his ass, put him like in a fucking rear naked chokehold, and he had to tap his way out of it. And then I heard he saw American Beach.
Well, I guess that was this guy because good goddamn, he didn't look the part. I'm gonna tell you that much.
Hey, to me, he reminded me of the other chubby guy from the Bruce Lee movie.
Yeah, from Enter the
Sammo
Dragon.
Hung?
No,
No.
jackass.
Which one?
The kendo expert, the karate expert.
Yeah.
in Fist of Fury.
Is it
Oh,
Fist of Fury?
yes. But way better moves than this motherfucker. And that motherfucker didn't have that good moves. And his moves weren't even that good.
Well, you know who
He was a guy that did this, and then the guy went flying. when he went into the dojo,
I'm
remember?
glad you got this on tape, guys. Goddamn assault.
Remember he walks into the dojo all badass and he just starts
you're
pushing.
right. The guy with the glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess you're right with that one. I still believe that motherfucker more than this.
So
guy.
then Terry kicks. So two students come up and like, yeah,
They look like they're
I get this
breakdancing
guy.
against each other.
Bro, that's what in my mind I was like,
Legit. They had a piece of carpet out that motherfucker. They would have got it. Uh-huh.
And so then Uncle starts fighting and he's
Yeah.
like, sweep, shabab, shaboop. And
Doesn't
then
it make Black Dynamite better when you see these
Oh
fucking
yeah,
movies?
Black Dynamite's amazing.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, look at what they were making fun of. Like, this is the shit he's
so-
making fun of. That's what's good. Huh?
so once again, this movie is a stepping stone for other things, right?
Yeah, for sure. The flashback, bro.
So these are like, wait, Tsurugi? I knew a Tsurugi once. And he's is your dad
Oh yeah.
trained in Chinese boxing and karate?
And he was going to put them together to make the ultimate fighting stuff.
You know, the art of fighting without fighting.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do. And he asked him, are you the kid? And then we get a fucking flashback.
Black and white
bro.
flashback.
God damn.
Yeah, you're a half-breed or whatever. I don't know what they call it.
You married. Your kid's a half-breed. They call a little kid a half-breed. Yeah. And then he calls dad a traitor?
Yes, your dad's a traitor. He's not a traitor. Daddy! And then cut to dad, and he gets his head blown off.
Head blown off, dog. Like, boom.
You're like, well, I would have emotional damage too.
So you would roughly kiss women from there
I
on?
was
Because
I saw my daddy get his head get blown off.
God damn, bro. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He gets a second win
Oh yeah.
and he fights to a draw?
No, he's like, I know what I'm here to fight for.
No, bullshit. No,
How
he doesn't.
dare you?
No, he does
The
not.
Street Fighter is the greatest movie. It is number one right now.
That motherfucker doesn't have an ounce of good in him.
Hey, you haven't seen parts 2, 3, 4, 5,
That's true.
6.
And Sister parts 1, 2, 3,
Yes.
4. Yeah, you're right. Maybe he does have his arc does continue in these other movies. They let me know at the end of this movie to make sure I watched out for number 2.
It's true.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So uncle's like, hey, he's all, hey, I'll help you. And they're like, well, can we trust him? And he's like, God damn, you can trust him. It's goddamn Hattori Hanzo over here.
He does this when he fights. Goddamn flamenco dancer. That's what the motherfucker looked like to me. Was like a flamenco
He comes on like
dancer.
Don Flamenco.
Yeah. Okay, he hates punks. He lets us know that in his
He
movie.
hates
What the
punks.
fuck does that mean?
I hate punks.
What does that even mean?
He
Who are
hates
the punks?
You know, punks.
Goddamn punks that punk around. Are you punking around?
Hey, I try to punk up. No, I guess this is what I'm trying to do it.
He hates punks and Punky Brewster.
The sensei has a soft spot for him for no reason. No reason. Then we cut.
I'm assuming it's Hong Kong again because there's when they go to the title cards.
It's back and forth.
I
and
don't
back and
fucking
forth.
know
Yeah.
anymore, bro.
You know
I'm
why? You know
lost.
how I knew it was Hong Kong?
Yeah.
Because ghettos look the same all over the place. All over the world. They all stink.
Fucking Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly looks like a goddamn savant of martial arts compared to these motherfuckers, dude. So then they cut to fucking Liberace looking.
First of all, that's Elon Musk as the bad guy in this movie.
What the fuck was going on with these bad guys?
They're at the whorehouse.
The whorehouse.
He
The
has
whorehouse.
like a sexy
He was from like they had costumes from the Shaw Brothers movies, and they're like, hey, can we wear that?
But then his hair was like fluffed weird.
It
He
was-
looked like Liberace to me, bro.
To me, look, he's Elon Musk, bro. He has that weird Elon Musk hair
You remember this bad guy?
I'm trying to remember.
with the machete.
Yeah, the one with the machete. The bad guy that
Like
ends
the
up
giant
becoming
cleaver?
the good guy at the end.
I guess.
Let me look this up.
Then we have the British bag. It's like they literally had a grab bag of fucking bad guys. They had what was the was he Chinese?
Did he look like the bad
swordsman?
guy from Enter the Dragon?
The
kinda?
swordsman is referenced to Zatoichi.
No, not to me. This guy was way flashier. The swordsman, they had the British bad guy. They had all the Japanese bad guys. They had strongman, swordman, knife man. Because I don't know who the fuck these guys were called.
Fucking Blade Man, Mega Man was in that.
those those look like Chinese, like movies. Like I was telling him, they actually would fit in a Five Deadly Venoms. They would fit in Crippled Avengers. What the fuck were they doing in this movie? Like, and it was literally, who was it? The blind swordsman.
Zatoichi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what is fucking happening in this movie? Then we got
they're showing it all off.
Yeah, African American bad guy.
That guy, unfortunately, was the worst.
Let's keep going.
That guy.
Okay, Stevens brought up a great question, and I pose this to everybody: who the fuck do we cheer for in this movie? Honestly,
you cheer for
I brought that up at lunchtime, people.
The girl who just inherited her dad's company. And rat face or rat nose.
Rat nose? Okay. Because
I wasn't rooting for him. He's not one to root for.
I rooted for him the whole time. Guys, I feel like you guys aren't even serious about this, all right? We're the number one podcast for Kung Fu martial arts and pop culture.
Like, really? Because the Street Fighter, at least not in this movie. Maybe in other movies we can. But not in this movie do I feel like he's a hero.
He's not very likable throughout.
But that's the 70s. You don't get here. You get these anti-heroes.
Dirty Harry.
Right. You get Gene Hackman.
That's true.
Gene Hackman in The Conversation. And like
the people that you don't really like.
Right. You get the man with no name, but he's charming as fuck until he became an old man and super conservative.
I was going to say, because Clint Eastwood was a shit in his movies, bro. Like, but in Westerns, you still, I guess you do kind of root for the bad guys in Westerns sometimes, huh?
The Eli Wallach or Lee Van Cleef.
Maybe that's what it is. Okay. I was just wondering because I was like, who the fuck do I care about in this movie?
I had that trouble.
And then again, at the time, I probably would have been like, holy fuck. But now I'm just like,
this guy isn't, he's not the cowboy from High Noon.
Like, hey, were you rooting for anybody in this goddamn movie?
No.
Right?
We can watch this movie.
I was like,
I'm done with this. Fuck yeah,
bullshit.
But it was hard to stay focused on it
really
for me
was.
too.
It reminds me of like the Godfather. You know, those characters we love, but they're not good guys.
No, but that's different. That they build that world where the mafia.
But they're bad guys.
Yes.
But no one in this movie is Marlon Brando.
No, I know. I'm not saying that it's at that level, but
I'm rooting for bad guys.
I'm just going off of.
But I feel that I feel we're rooting more for the portrayal. Like those actors become those characters. Like I think like Al Pacino embodies Michael Corleone.
Bro, he looked rough on that stage.
Well, he's old, bro.
God damn, he looked rough.
50th anniversary.
And tell me Robert De Niro doesn't look like Alf. De Niro looks just like Alf, bro.
Pacino's looked rough for a while.
He looked worse than Sir Scorsese. Scorsese looked the best out of the three.
No, fucking Scorsese. What the
Wasn't it Scorsese, De Niro, and on the Oscars? I'm saying when they brought him out.
It was fucking the guy that directed The Godfather. What's his name?
Francis Ford Coppola.
Coppola. Sorry. Coppola. Coppola looked better than the two actors, bro.
He did look.
I mean, his glasses were thick as shit, but other than that, he looked great. Like those two look rough. Anyway, sorry. All right, sorry. I'm gonna fucking got this goddamn movie. He hates punks. So then we get. This is where we see these three bad guys. Strong guy, sword guy, knife guy is what I call them. Which made no fucking sense in this movie. And Junjo, what was the guy's name? The guy from the jail cell.
I call him Coma Man.
Oh, what is it? Coma Man?
Coma Man.
Okay, Coma Man is at this weird ass hoe house where like the knife guy killed somebody. And the
first of all, a guy gets his leg cut.
Yes.
And then somebody else kills that guy.
And the knife guy kills the guy kills him. So now the cops are searching for knife guy.
Yeah, no,
but they went with the Coma Man.
What's going on? Yes, and they're like, "Who are you from? Are you even Chinese?"
Yes, they have that whole conversation.
He's like, "You don't talk a lot."
So then Liberace takes him back to where the hoes are at.
Yes,
and he said,
"Yes, everyone."
He's like, "These are the newest hoes. Take your pick." And he's like, and he sees all these girls. They're like, "Hey," and then there's this one little girl in the corner. She's like, "Hey," and he's like, "Sister." What bugs the fucking shit out of me is that Liberace and them are the ones that had your sister raped and drugged. Why are you mad at fucking Sonny Chiba?
Because without Sonny Chiba, this doesn't happen at all.
Right? But you should kill everybody.
Yes, you should.
But then start somewhere.
But start somewhere. He is not the Street Fighter Sonny Chiba is. Which, first of all, for a movie called The Street Fighter,
there's no street fighting.
In the streets.
None.
Yeah, why is Why is
They
this
fought
called?
once in the
Why
street.
is this movie called Street Fighter, Stevens? Do you know?
Find out, Stevens.
Come on, Stevens. God
Let's-
damn it.
Let me see if I can find. There's not a lot. That I
Show
can
me
find on
other
this
videos of Sonny Chiba fighting. Show me a good video of
Okay.
Sonny Chiba fighting, please.
All right, I got you.
Find the mashup between Eric Roberts and Sonny Chiba in a fight. I need to know who wins. Okay, so then, he finds out brother's dead. Now they hire him to kill Terry. Then this fucking movie goes ape shit for me. This next
Now?
few scenes.
At this point?
No, now it goes fucking crazy. Because they are in a car chase? No, they're in a car follow.
No. So cut to the vice president arriving, the vice president of the oil company arriving to give his condolences. Terry's following them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they fall behind. They're on the freeway, falls behind, and all of a sudden, a machine, like one of these claw machines, picks them up and then throws them off a bridge.
Hold on, though. When he sees that he's going to be thrown, the Street Fighter focuses his Zen and goes, "Argh!" And then they drop his ass. They're all full of blood.
Yeah.
Oh, that car fucking, it goes down a long way, fucking tumbling.
Got it. Homie comes up with the gun. He struggles with the door, but then he opens it. He pulls the gun. He's like, I'm going to shoot this motherfucker. And then like Sonny Chiba pops up.
Yeah, because he focuses his Zen and has the power of the Street Fighter.
He's like, don't
And he's like,
touch me.
Shukuguru.
And we get
He is a Street Fighter, and they dropped the car on the street, so
Maybe that's why.
that's
the closest we think we got to it.
No, he fought the ambulance drivers on the street.
Oh, that was that one too.
The
Then
Street
we
Fighter.
see this fucking amazing shot where he hits a guy on top of the head. It cuts to X-ray.
oh,
And the skull goes down.
yeah.
I fucking laughed out loud, guys. I was like, shit, yeah, I did. And then blood.
Everywhere.
This movie inspired Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
You're in no lie, dude. It looked like a Mortal Kombat fatality. That's exactly what this bitch looked like. You're right. I fucking laughed.
Whoever can.
I was watching this sick as shit. I thought it was a fever dream, guys, that I was having. But I rewind that bitch. I was like, that didn't.
I mean, I give credit to whoever had the idea to do that and for that, because
The fucking head goes. Guys, okay, we'll get to that point. I'll tell you.
Yeah, so Sonny Chiba returns to the goons' hideout, and all of a sudden, there's a giant bald man there.
Strong guy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, he's kicking the Street Fighter's ass.
Mm-hmm.
And Street Fighter's like, you know what? I know how to beat him. Let me poke out his eyes.
God damn, he goes for the eyeballs a lot. Yep. Mm-hmm.
A lot.
A lot. Yep. A lot of eyeballs in this movie.
that's how you do it on the streets.
That's what it is,
Yeah.
bro.
And then Coma Man is waiting for Terry.
Yep.
And
He beats the shit out of Terry.
Yeah, all of a sudden he comes out with the sign. He's like, and he apparently he lost the sign. He's like, but I can get it back. Wait, that's another movie.
Yeah, but what's
That's
weird
Ninja
about
Turtles.
That's Ninja Turtles. But what's weird about this movie is, why did you throw the sign at him? And now he has it. Now he's going to use it against you. And why the fuck is his sister there?
Hey, mistakes were made, okay? Mistakes were made.
His sister obviously don't know how to fight.
Well, you didn't know that.
And I got to tell you, not impressed with her fighting in this movie either.
No.
Not like, how sometimes we've got some amazing lady fighters, man.
Yeah, no.
Not this time.
Well, obviously not. She got caught, and then they did stuff to her.
Blood fight, guys.
Yeah.
I forgot about that movie. Okay, continue. Kumite, part 2. All right, continue. So here we go. Anyways,
So Terry's like, man, or Tsurugi's like,
it's going to
man,
be horrible.
I can't fight this right now. He jumps out of the window right into the back of his truck.
Black Rock video, like, whoa. He does that shit in that way. He jumps out, he lands on the fucking truck, and then it goes, like, whoa. And he keeps going from there. That shit reminded me, I was like, what the fuck? He landed on the back of that truck perfectly.
So guys, we're getting down to the end of the second act. Sanai is taken to she's being escorted
shit.
in a Mercedes Benz to fly somewhere, to go back
I
and
don't
hit the
fucking
company.
remember.
But she's taken to a business. The guy's like, hey, I need to make a stop. And he's like, psych, I'm not making a stop. Evil men are going to try to take you. And so the bodyguards try to get out and fight, and then they get hit, and then they drive away. And guess what? There's a blind swordsman in the
Jesus
streets.
fucking Christ.
And they're like, hey, excuse me, sir, let me help you out of the road. No. Yeah. So if you see a blind guy in the middle of the night,
Hit his ass.
yes. I'm sorry.
God damn. That's what this movie taught me. You run his goddamn ass over, bro.
If he's got a cane that kind of is the same size as a samurai sword?
Like, don't try it.
Chomp.
Yeah, for sure.
Then they're killed.
Knife Guy also shows up too.
Yes, and so the girl's kidnapped.
What's up with Knife Guy's look? He looks fucking crazy. What the fuck is his? What is he supposed to be?
He's
Knife Guy.
He's his own thing, and the other guy's part of it.
He's his own thing.
So the next guy.
Oh, and Knife Guy hits dude in the eyeball with his knife. Yeah, dude, they showed
got
that
a lot of
shit
eye
too.
stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So then what do we get?
So
here it goes.
now it's the next day,
Holy fuck.
and I just
I
saw a
don't
picture.
remember this guy. Who is this? Is this the bad guy?
Enrique, that's one of the many villains that are introduced. They could easily be spun off into other movies, bro.
Like Street Fighter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Sister Street Fighter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
And we're watching them all, bro.
The
Return
African
of the
American guy
Street
comes
Fighter.
in and he locks the door. He walks in on the girl on the side, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, let me get all rapey."
Yeah.
Again, he tries to do it again.
Yeah, so he's pulling off his pants, and all of a sudden, Terry comes in through the window, and it's like, "Oh yeah," yanks off his wiener.
I literally, my notes are, did
That
he rip off
whole-
his dick?
Yeah.
Because then it cut to him on the floor and blood's just all
Yeah.
the crotch area. Oh, and
All the crotchticles.
he literally like he dropped the dick on the ground. Like,
Yeah.
he ripped this dude's dick off.
Yeah.
And this is when I wrote down, Street Fighter doesn't fight a light in the streets. Because now they're in the forest.
You
or
did
something.
see that part, right, Enrique, when he ripped the guy's dick off?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Terry frees the girl, right? And then it looks like they're going to make out. And they're like, oh, no.
Oh, yeah, now she loves him.
You're like,
She's
yeah.
into it now.
Well,
She's
yeah.
down. Uh-huh.
He
Tabuku.
saved her.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so thugs arrive and they're trying to get him. And then they're climbing out of the window. And the Street Fighter puts the girl and Rat Face
Meet me at the
Randall's
docks.
go over there. So then this is when Terry's fighting Elon Musk.
AKA Liberace.
That's right. And so they're doing a thing, man. And all of a sudden, the Yakuza come in and they're like, hey, you don't get to kill him. We get to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
But we need some information first. So let's tie him up conveniently at the very top of this cliff.
On this tree that's right next to the drop.
Yeah. So
Yes.
then the Yakuza are just allegedly Yakuza, our pinkies, are beating Terry.
Mhm.
And then Ratface shows up. And he's like, no, Teddy.
Terry!
Teddy, you cannot beat a Teddy.
He says it a lot.
No.
He was Italian and he was
That's me.
So, okay, I'm so fucking confused here. Rap knows, I get that. Rap knows doesn't want Terry to die, so he snitches. He lets him know where the girl's at.
Yes.
I get that. And he fucking is comically like, Terry! And
You
like-
saved my life once, so now I know you a life did like I'm Jar Jar Binks.
Okay, so does he like love Terry? Love Terry?
No, it's a life debt,
Okay.
right?
So then Terry's like, don't you fucking tell him or don't you shut the fuck, swear to
So,
God.
they're not gonna kill me, stupid.
But they do it.
yeah,
And then they're like, we got all the information I need. Kill this motherfucker. And it was Dinsao, right? Was the name of the guy?
no, hold on.
Liberace?
So the woman
Yeah.
is like, now we're gonna play Russian roulette.
Yes.
And she's got
Oh,
two
yeah.
bullets, just spinning it, and she's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
click.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, and then
Terry!
click.
Uh-huh.
And then so he spills the beans, and then he's like, hold on, let me kill him.
He purposely didn't kill him, right?
Correct.
Okay, so he did what he did
cuts the rope and he throws him off of the.
comically off of that fucking cliff, guys. That fucking fall from the cliff.
He throws that dummy off of the cliff.
Bonkers.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah, yeah,
bonkers. Uh-huh.
Yep.
So then, okay, so I did read that right because I was like, did he mean not to kill? I don't know what the fuck's going on. Okay, cool. All right. So then Terry swims the shore and we have the saddest breakup of all time in
Yeah.
movie history
Oh, he's angry.
where he tells Rat Nose to get the fuck on.
Go
Like,
back to Japan. I can't. Okay, quit you.
And he goes, oh, well. Yeah. Oh, my
Yeah.
God. Okay.
Guys, boom. Act 3.
Oh, God. This shit starts off so fucking
It's on the
comically.
docks now.
Yes,
The girl,
I don't know why we're at the docks.
the girl is in a Volkswagen,
Yes.
in a very uncomfortable position in a Volkswagen.
Yes.
On a dock. And so then they board a boat. But guess what? Terry's following. He's undercover.
Obviously, because he's got some fucking goggles on his face, bro. That fucking goggle game was strong, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty.
So he gets up and,
Pretty big.
and he's wearing, and he's wearing his third act, like the action figure. They get a different a suit because he's now got a green jacket and goggles. So
Yeah.
that's a whole nother SKU for
Yeah.
that toy. And then Terry has to fight the blind swordsman, and he's blocking the sword, and you're like, how is he blocking it? Batman gauntlets.
Yeah, he does have gauntlets on him. Yeah,
Batman gauntlets. But guess what? Rat-Nose shows up.
Saves the day.
Yes, he's on a motorcycle. Well, he said he's really saving the day. Like,
he just kind of drives through.
The Street Fighter is handling his business because he even breaks the sword.
Yeah.
But then he's like, I'm on my scooter, and he gets cut. Just
Yep.
And then you know what? Terry kills the blind man.
And he holds Rat-Nose in his arms while he dies.
And he does his mouth, like his mouth, then all of a sudden gets this orangutan shape.
Oh my God. And he does a finger, he does a poking of the nose one last time. I'm like, oh my God, he did the fucking Travolta. But his was a poking of a nose instead of a rain face.
So now guess what, guys? We're on a boat.
On a boat,
We're on a boat.
Yeah.
Sarai finally discovers the true plot. That they don't like her. They just like her oil.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true.
And so they're like,
her millions.
We need you to sign over this company. And she's like, I won't do it. And you're like, oh yeah? Well, let's lock you away in this room then.
Yeah, what the fuck was the plan there? Wait her out? Like, I don't understand. Like, when he's like, what the fuck are you doing there?
So then the Yakuza are like plotting in their cabin. Like,
well, you can't kill her. They're not going to get what they want, right?
She's not going to give them one red cent.
One red cent. Okay.
Yeah. So guess what, man? Terry arrives in the most stealth boat, in a goddamn stealth boat over here. He runs into Orca from Jaws.
Oh,
like he sold that to Quint. And then starts taking baddies out left and right. Shapla, shaku. One guy's eating, and then he hits one guy, and apparently he was eating soup.
Makes him vomit, bro.
Because all the soup comes out.
Did you see that shit, Enrique, when he made it go throw up? And you saw all the soup come out of his mouth?
Oh, yeah.
He literally steps on a dude's neck and breaks it.
Dude. Yeah. And so then Terry's fighting someone. He's like, so this is like at the end of the Batman, where the Batman is then taking out all the Riddlers.
Not like that, but yes, go ahead.
Dun, dun, dun,
when the guy falls from the fucking top and his head hits the ground, that shit explodes.
All the blood.
Everywhere, bro.
All the blood.
That shit, again, I was like, like it should make me laugh out loud.
Terry pulls out a knife out of his gauntlet. And he like flicks it, and he
gets that guy in the neck.
Yeah, right in the jugular, like
He's a master.
All right, and so then boom.
Oh my God, he
sword
fucking
thrower
shit out of that lady too. Why did we not see that?
And you know what, man? At this point, you don't need to see another lady get hurt.
Like, my thing is, you rape women left and right in this fucking movie.
But the Street Fighter is a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah,
when it comes to the ladies.
When it comes to the ladies,
he does beat them up because he's a fighter. Before he's a lover.
It's okay. All right. Crushes this lady. He does a Bruce Lee. Like,
so then guess what? Coma Man. Because if Coma Man wins, kills Terry, he gets to be leader of the Yakuza. Because that's how it works.
They have an honor fight.
Yes.
For victory or whatever, right?
And so now the fight that you've been promised all movie long, and you're like, swing, triple M.
My favorite is all, stab him through my back. What the fuck?
Well, no. But before that, they shoot Terry.
Oh, they shoot that motherfucker. Yeah, they do that. Yeah, they shoot him. Then it's a stab me through the back.
And then Elon Musk is like, hey, what? So he kills.
Then he kills
the white people there. And then his sister jumps in and she's like, no, do that. Stab me.
My thing is, Street Fighter's been literally just beating the shit out of everybody. But he's beating the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
And all she has to do is hold on to a rail and he can't break out of that bullshit.
Hey, bro, you know what? Sometimes love is stronger than any bond.
So that's what I found out from the House of Flying Daggers.
You know why? You know why they had the power to triumph? Because at that moment, it was about family.
So then homie legit kills his sister.
Yeah.
To stab the Street Fighter, not in the heart.
Nope.
In the other side of his chest.
Like, my titty.
But the Street Fighter has the funniest fucking like that.
Oh yeah,
it's fucking ridiculous. All the deaths in this movie are fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. It was.
How does this movie end, bro? What does he do to Coma Man?
First of all, I was very tired, and I'm falling asleep, and I was like, oh my God, he got killed. So what happened now? And then all of a sudden, Tsurugi grabs him by the throat, and he starts to squeeze, and he's squeezing him, and all of a sudden, he rips his throat out.
And we see like little giblets in his hand. And
Yeah,
shit.
you're like, oh my God, what is going to happen next? Credits. The end. And then it's like the Street Fighter will return.
Soon? Or watch out or
Why?
something?
It's like, soon? Wink.
Oh, it's very soon.
Like months
There's
after?
like 3 movies in 1974.
Oh, really?
All in the same year?
I'm telling you, they Bruce Lee died and they were like, make this shit. Make it.
There's a void. There's a void in it, right?
Sonny Chiba's a man to fill it. And Jackie Chan's like, this motherfucker. He's like, bitch, please. Like,
He does, dude. He does. Like, I'm looking through pictures of poses that, like, throughout the movie, he's trying to be Bruce Lee.
I don't see that.
No.
Like, even, okay, so we have the poster for the movie, right? And in this poster for the movie, his fucking stance looks stupid as fuck. It doesn't even look like it's a stance for fighting. He looks like he's doing a lunge, and at the same time, he's like, hey, and he's just like, Reggie
How
back.
dare you? He stands for fighting and loving. All right? He's ready to go.
Bro.
Yeah, don't fucking just hate on this movie, all right? All right, because it doesn't check your boxes off. Because it's not new enough. Because it doesn't feature race cars
That's what
driven
it is.
by superheroes.
I don't know what you're talking about. Because
I'm sitting here minding my own
I-
business. And I also take shots.
He's trying to
All
bring
right.
you into the conversation.
all right, here we go. Let's start off with this motherfucker right here. Oh, Marco, we just tell people to watch this movie.
Yes!
Why?
Because it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, now, to me, it seems like this movie, again, is trying to fill a void that the dragon has left.
Uh-huh.
But it has its own endearing qualities. Like this movie, I don't think this movie has a peer.
Okay.
This movie is like the Street Fighter is its own genre. Sonny Chiba is his own thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Okay. I honestly do want to see the other ones. I just want to see what the fuck happens.
I want to know how there's a sister Street Fighter.
Yeah, how does the sister come in, bro? I kind of want to know when the sister comes in.
He's
I'm not
all,
gonna lie.
"Oh,
I
you?"
don't. It's not really related because he does not play the same character.
Hey,
Wait, what the fuck?
In
Chiba's in
any of
it?
the other ones?
He's not
in-
Terry?
he plays a sister.
In the
What do
No.
you mean?
So in the Street Fighter, in Return of the Street Fighter,
He's Terry.
and in the Street Fighter's Last Revenge,
He's Terry.
He's Terry.
Okay.
But in Sister Street Fighter and the subsequent movies,
Yeah.
he's a different character and has a smaller role.
Because you know what? He knows. He's like, hey.
Actually, he's only
Let
in
me get my
Sister
girl.
Street Fighter. He's
Wait,
only in the
this
first one.
proves to you how much these 3 movies came out in 74 and they're like, get rid of this motherfucker. Get rid of it. Bring in somebody else. Because,
These are all 74.
bro, they didn't even like him. They didn't even like him then.
No, Japanese movies are made super cheap and super quick.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
okay.
like, okay, you have a contract. We're gonna get this, and then we need to put you in the other thing. So you're no longer in this. You're no longer that character, and we need to find a way to get you out
He
of
has
here.
9 movies in 1975.
Damn, bro. Is the lady in Sister Street Fighter any of?
No, not
okay.
from what I saw.
Okay. All right. Hell yeah, watch this movie. It's shit, but it's fucking hilarious, guys. We last week we were making fun of the X-rated action. They go for it. They fucking go for it, and it made me laugh out loud, guys. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. Like that shit was comic. The fucking X-ray head punch, and it happened so quick that you have to like, wait, the fuck did I just fucking see that stupid shit? And then when you remind, you're like, oh my god. It is annoying at parts. I can't do the fucking facials get to me.
But it moves fast enough where.
Oh yeah, it's an hour and 30 minutes. Thank God. It's not fucking crazy long or anything like that. Yeah.
No. So in 2007, Entertainment Weekly ranked this number 8 in its Guilty Pleasures Testosterone edition.
Oh, that makes
man.
that's a perfect that's a perfect list for it.
And
What was
Quentin
one?
Tarantino has, I don't know.
Okay, okay.
I can look that up.
Yeah,
but,
that's a great list.
Quentin Tarantino has it as number 13 on his like all-time favorites or whatever.
Fuck that guy.
Well, I saw something like with Kill Bill.
Well, it does do that, right? I think he takes the blood from this movie then, probably, right? Like of his movies?
Yes, but he's also Hattori Hanzo.
Yeah. And are you defending that movie because he's a story?
No.
Oh, he's in that movie.
He's the guy that makes the swords, right?
Okay.
Yes, he's like, Hattori Hanzo made you a sword?
Yeah.
He's like,
That's
yeah.
Sonny Chiba.
So.
And look, again, it is ridiculous, and you're right. And again, I will always give these movies a pass because it is 74 and it's not 2000 and whatever, but it's fucking ridiculous.
Can you check?
Do you want that
in
list?
Kill Bill? No, in Kill. Well, yes, but in Kill Bill, who's the other actor? Because remember, there's a little guy that's with him, and
as which part?
In Kill Bill, we have Troy Hanzo, and then we have the other guy that's at the sushi place.
Who do you think it is? Rat Nose?
Is that Rat Nose?
Oh, I wonder. Interesting. All right, Enrique, you didn't like this movie, but is it worth the watch?
Nah, for me, it's not.
No, not even for the crazy dumb shit?
No, there's too much good stuff out there.
Don't waste your time.
Go watch our boy Manny in the new episode of Snowfall.
Yeah, man, for sure, dude. Killing the game in that. He had better action scenes in this movie.
I didn't enjoy it. I half the shit you guys were talking about, I just don't remember. I don't.
You didn't remember a guy getting his dick pulled off?
I kind of, but
damn, bro,
I don't.
That shit.
A giant getting his eyes poked out?
That shit was stupid.
A woman getting her chest
I was just really annoyed from the beginning at his fighting.
You're right. Yeah, I agree.
And he's the main character, so I can't get away from it as I'm watching the movie. So I'm just annoyed the whole time.
The fight scenes are super slow paced. Especially when you're talking like Fight Danny Venoms, it's so fucking slow paced.
But it's not even that. It's just they just make no. It's just annoying that I'm. You know what I mean? I get
it. They're bad.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, guys. Notorious Japanese hater. Enrique does not recommend this movie.
And the whole time I'm seeing him trying to be Bruce Lee. Like I'm getting those vibes, and I'm just like, it just wasn't feeling it.
Wait till you get to Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee, fucking his name is Bruce Lee. Like, for God's sake, that's really bad. But I think this is Japan's like go, make a movie.
That and so it's that, and I also think they're like in America they like these violent movies.
So let me ask you this: is this now take the number one spot for worst shittiest movie, or is American Ninja worse than this movie?
I did have that thought to myself.
This is
like
the hardest part you had to think about.
Yeah, I was like, do I dislike this more than American Ninja?
I love all my kids.
That's a good question.
I don't care if it's a dumb kid, the ugly kid, the hoary kid,
the hoary kid, the rapey kid,
the rapey kid.
All right, well, he's thinking about. Oh,
can I say I dislike them the same for different reasons?
Really? Oh, I would have thought I thought American Ninja was still pretty fucking.
Wait till we see regular Street Fighter.
Then we gonna put that motherfucker on the top of that list.
I just.
At least it's had blood.
Yeah.
And tons of that bitch.
We didn't have lasers though.
It's just the fighting really took me out. The fighting on this one really took me out of it. It's just.
But you're fighting American Ninja, yeah.
But in American Ninja, it was just the whole story was annoying.
Yeah, I get you.
How dare he finds love?
I don't know. This movie was fucking hilarious.
All right, Steven. If a ninja can't find love,
top 10 movies. I don't think it's gonna get there, but I don't know if I'm gonna Barker's loving it over here. So who knows?
All right, so your Kill Bill actor is not the same dude. His name is Kenji Oba.
Awesome, thank you for that.
Do you want this Entertainment Weekly list or no?
Hold on to that list. I'm interested to see what's on there. Guilty pleasures, because that is a great list to put this movie on.
Yeah, it's on there.
Testosterone, guilty pleasure.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so your top 10 is number 1 is Fearless. Number 2 is Enter the Dragon.
Damn. You better not put this on the goddamn list over there. What's 3?
Number 3 is the 36th Chamber of Shaolin.
Great fucking movie.
Number 4 is The Legend of the Drunken Master. Drunken Master 2.
And then
Number 5 is Way of the Dragon. Number 6 is Crippled Avengers. Number 7 is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Hidden Dragon.
Number 8 is Fist of Fury. Number 9 is Iron Monkey. And number 10, Kung Fu Hustle.
Okay.
Better than Enter the Dragon, guys. Better than Enter the Dragon.
For me, there's no way I could put it anywhere near fucking Kung Fu Hustle. So, like, nah, dude. No for me.
So, number 53 The Street Fighter.
No. I wouldn't.
It's not the worst one.
I wouldn't put it on my worst list either. Because you're right. It has, to me, it has that old school charm.
Do you have American Ninja in your worst league?
No, again, yes, but I laugh.
I don't think you do, but I think you see.
I hated like Kung Fu Zombie.
Should we revisit that?
That I did.
Should that be a yearly revisit?
I like that bad guy in Kung Fu Zombie. Like, how all
Kung
of a
Fu
sudden he
Zombie
shows
had
up and
okay
he's,
fighting. Like the
Better
fighting
fight
was
this
good.
motherfucker, dude.
and he's got, and his theme song is the James Bond theme song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that guy. Yeah. I honestly, this might be my least favorite fighting. Like the blood was
Fighting
cool.
wise, yeah, it's
It
one of
was
the
just
worst
that
ones.
the constant like and the weird. He looks like he's dancing half of the time. I didn't care for that at all.
No, I'm sorry, but Brazilians do it and you call it capoeira.
It is not that cool, bro. We gotta watch Only the Strong one of these days, bro. I forgot about that fucking movie. Only the Strong, hell yeah, that's a great horrible movie. Gladiator, not the cool one with Russell Crowe, the fight one. Remember? Oh, that's so bad. Okay, we got fucking movies for days. So yeah, I don't know. I think honestly, what's been my least favorite movie? It was probably the Chuck one, right? The fake Halloween. Because that shit was rough to watch. Because remember how slow it was? I think that might be my least favorite movie.
Silent Rage.
Yeah. I think that was it. Because American Ninja made me giggle. Silent Rage didn't make me laugh. It just was boring. This movie made me, guys, I laughed out loud.
You
Like-
didn't laugh at that U-turn?
Oh,
With Flounder.
she got titties. Or what did he say? Or what did
I think I want to marry her.
She got big old titties. That was so fucking dumb. Oh my God. Anyways, all right, but whatever. Like you said, I don't put it. Would you rank this in your top 10, Barker?
Of these, no.
But you enjoyed this movie.
Yes. Wait, we haven't even seen Bollywood movies, man.
Fuck, that's gonna be rough for me, bro, because I don't like the dancing numbers. Fucking, he sent me a goddamn Batman clip.
I'm sorry.
damn.
Was Batman a Batman or was he Batman?
Oh, wait. Did I send you the one where he swoops in and flies in? Because there's another one where they're fighting and all of a sudden they have a choreographed battle.
Of course.
It was
to
the one-
bat dance.
Yeah, that's the one you sent us.
No. Like literally, like dong 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 dong.
Yeah.
That one.
He flew in.
No, that's a different one.
He sent a Bollywood Batman movie that's fucking looks like it's batshit crazy. Yeah.
I'll share with you.
It's out there. It's out there. All right. Well, this did not make our top 10. But, Stevens, what are we... Maybe we will have something that cracks the top 10 next week.
Maybe.
What are we watching?
Next week.
Lady Blood Fight. No? Okay.
Not yet, but that's coming
That's
soon.
coming. God damn it. I want to see that Kuma.
Next week, you're watching Rumble in the Bronx
Is that
from
gonna be about Lady
1995.
That's what I heard.
1995.
1995.
Jump rock, jump into the.
I like this one.
This
I like
is
one.
Jackie Chan's probably major breakthrough
In the U.S.
in the
America.
U.S. Yeah, like he was here before people knew of him, but I think this is what made him more mainstream.
This is no longer. Do we have to trade tapes?
Yeah.
Yeah. This was available everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, some of the stunt work in this shit, I remember, dude. Oh, it's crazy. Well, stunt work in all of his
Oh,
movies are
there's
great.
there's some scenes in here that. Yeah,
It's wild. It's wild the
good.
shit he pulls off.
Yep.
It's good.
All right, Enrique, where can they get a hold of us? Where can they let us know what's going on?
Just check out our link tree. We have all our links on there. Linktree / Gung-Fu Super Bros.
Wow, bro.
Are you asking us? Are you telling us, Enrique?
LINKTR.EE.
Okay, very cool. All right, Barker, where can they leave us a voicemail?
Hi, guys. You can go to www.gungfusuperbros.com or you can go to our Google Voice number and just call 661-401-5941. We haven't heard from people. I mean, it was our 50-second show, so thanks. Thanks, super fans out there. Wow, it's free. Just put in the number.
Call us and let us know, except if you're calling from jail, right? Don't do that. Please don't call
At
us
this
from
point,
jail.
I guess I'll take one for
We
real.
haven't even been getting those.
What? It's Little Ricky? Huh?
Yeah, give us a shout out, guys. Well, Barker, say bye.
Mahalo, guys.
Enrique,
Bye.
Super Producer Stevens.
Bye.
And remember, my name is Ivan. Keep spreading that love. One last... Oh, shit, I missed... Hold on. Let me go back.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. Keep spreading that love.
Movies available
Keep
for
editing
rent
us out.
everywhere.
No, can you edit us out? Can you edit us out? No,
Only
go ahead.
rent.
Nope.
Only
All right,
rent.
here we go.
Rent.
Oh, it's only available to rent too?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Not in my theater.
Hey, one last suggestion. Don't cook chicken.